Hello,
And welcome to
BB on Blast, BB22 edition, second episode.
Old Stars.
Old school.
Woo!
This is an old school intro for you with no bells or whistles. Old stars. Old hyphen stars. So, we've got episodes 2 to 5 to discuss.
You didn't introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Gaz.
You're so insistent on that. There's no new people.
People like,
continuity.
Yeah, continuity. They need the same sort of things to make them feel secure.
Yeah.
Like these old housemates.
Have you warmed to anyone?
No. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah?
Mostly
Who are you liking?
Christmas.
Oh, for God's sake. Actually, she's not been that bad.
I am team Christmas.
Oh my God. Who else?
Kazar and Janelle. Do you know what though?
Kesa. Yeah.
Oh, not Kazar.
Yeah.
Kazar!
That's what Cody.
That's his superhero
That's
name.
what Cody said, and he was getting in trouble for it. So I must pick you up on it.
Okay, thanks. It's like that time when I said Arkansas.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, just realised how tight my belt is. Fucking hell, carry on.
I was thinking about that the other day. Like,
What, how tight my belt
no.
is? Fucking hell.
That's the lockdown weight. No, I was thinking about that time when I said Arkansas instead of Arkansas.
Oh, yeah,
because...
No, but there's two different places, and I think one is pronounced like that and the other one isn't.
Really?
Yeah, I think one's like a state and one's like a city, and they are pronounced differently, so I think you're fine.
Because I think Dan, my boyfriend,
could be wrong.
My boyfriend was teaching like some funny pronunciations on one of his English classes the other day,
Yeah.
and I saw it written on a board.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I remember that time when I said it wrong, and I must have sounded like such an idiot to the American listeners. Because like you think about when you hear Americans come over here and they can't pronounce
it's funny.
Leicester Square, they say like Leicester Square.
I enjoy
and all that.
it. I like that, don't you? I welcome that.
Yeah, it is funny.
I welcome I can't even say it. Says it all.
Pronunciations.
No, but I think it's fine, and I think I've heard lots of people pronounce that wrong as well, so it's not just you. So who else are you liking?
Basically, do you know what I felt?
Oh,
I've got a corona cough all of a sudden. I wasn't doing this before we started recording, was I?
No. Oh, God.
I have a little sip of my drink.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I felt like you giving me the lowdown of like the history
did
was
it help?
actually quite helpful.
Yeah, I told it in an interesting way.
You did, and it was both informative and entertaining. So,
Oh, thanks.
so I found that like when I was watching it, I haven't internalised all that stuff. All the pink, yellow, blue, red, green strings that Laurie put on that picture.
Yeah.
Shout out to Laurie. Sorry for doubting the authenticity of your lines. Reading between the lines. But yeah, I just found that watching it after that, with that sort of knowledge, like, Kesa and Janelle have like a long history, and now I can spot that.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who else I've learned about, really. But...
Well, I've got some more good things to help pad out your vision of the season.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
So David, you know who he is,
Who's
right?
that?
He's that guy.
I know who that is.
He's that guy who was just there for like a day last time.
Yeah, come back.
Apparently, the reason why
Camp don't come
he's
back.
not. Yeah, Camp had enough already. Apparently, the reason he's not been slagging off Jackson and Jack and all that from
Contractually
last
obliged.
season, probably that too. But also, he was hanging out with them after the season.
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't.
I found this from Judy Girl.
Are Judy doing pod on it already? They've got a pod
They've
out?
done like 2 or 3.
For fuck's sake,
I've only listened to the first one. I know.
Shout out to James and Zach. I do love them.
I love them so much. I've actually been doing a Laurie and listened to podcasts on 1.5 speed to try and get all this information in. Yeah. But I don't like it when people listen to our podcast. Don't listen to our podcast like that. We don't sanction that. And if I could ban it, I would.
Do you know what? It's usually pretty long, so I wouldn't blame people for doing it.
Imagine it. Imagine. And all that.
Yeah, your cackle on 2.5 speed will be ear piercing.
And another thing which is not really relevant, but I thought was kind of interesting, maybe not. A friend of mine is living in America, and she saw the adverts for Big Brother, saw that I'd posted about doing a podcast about it, and then said, should I watch? And she said, I'm put off because it's an all-star season. I said, no. I said, let's just listen to our podcast. You can get into it straight away. So I convinced someone to watch.
An English friend in America?
She's English.
What's she doing in America?
She's there for her partner's work or something.
Partner's work?
She's like a friend of a friend.
I thought they closed the borders.
Oh, yeah. No,
Supposed to
but
get
they
in.
went there like a year ago.
Also, you don't need to be in America to watch this.
No, but the adverts. There's
What advert?
apparently
Like the
they're
billboards
advertising
or
it
on
all
the
over.
side of the
No,
bus or
TV on TV.
Okay.
I want to see those adverts. They sound fun.
Do you know they do in the stream I watched? I saw an advert actually for
Big Brother Canada.
BB live feeds.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time to find out what they're doing.
Go to cbs.com/BBLF.
Get the full uncut racism. What's this? I don't know what that is.
Do you know what? Speaking about David hanging out with Jackson and Mickey. Mickey?
Yeah, Jackson and Mickey. They're the
Mickey.
same person.
Oh, are they? Who's the other one? Jack.
Jack, yeah.
He's the one with long hair. Does he look like Aquaman?
Oh, he thinks it does.
fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
That can't.
Tell you who else has been hanging out with them, who
Oh.
I've seen from my own snooping around on Instagram this
Caitlin.
week.
No. Who?
Brett.
Was
It's a
he?
shame because we like Brett.
Yeah, no, I think Brett's a twat. I think he's one of those good on TV, not good IRL, like
probably.
Lewis F.
It's got the old anal lice.
And Swaggy.
Also, what I'm
I
going
nearly said Shaggy. That's a different person altogether.
Wasn't me. I was watching, right? I don't know if you've ever seen this. And also Netflix, American viewers probably can get it on Netflix, but you know Reggie Yates?
Yes.
He's done some series of like investigative journalism. Have you seen those?
I've actually watched some of those and I thought they were alright.
They're really good.
Yeah, and him getting bloody racially abused by people
In
and
Russia?
stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I actually
This is
watched
the
those.
one that I'm about
Yeah.
to talk about. We watched it last night. So if you don't know, Reggie Yates is a British radio presenter who's a black guy, and he's been investigating. It's a lot of it is kind of about race issues. The South Africa one, have you seen that? It's about the tensions between
I
white
think I've
and
seen
black
those,
and
but
how
they're old.
they are a bit old.
They're
but
old.
There's like a white underclass that's developed in South Africa who live in the
I
slums.
think I have seen them, but I just can't
It's
remember.
pretty interesting stuff.
But you know, since then, Reggie Yates has been dissed for anti-Semitism.
No?
Yeah, he's like persona non grata at the
No.
moment. Yeah, since then. So don't
what? A
don't watch
documentary,
those. Don't
or
watch those
what did he say?
documentaries. I can't remember, but I know he got sacked because he used to present that Christmas Top of the Pops, and I know he got sacked from
No,
it.
you can't have that without Reggie.
You can just have Fern and insert a person there with her.
Phone plus one. Anyway, I was watching this one in Russia yesterday, and Reggie was basically investigating the nationalist movement in Russia, and he was, as you've seen it, he was at a march for basically extreme right-wing Russians who believe that Russia should be white, and like you said, they were saying like racist abuse in Russians that he didn't know.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, look at this stupid African. He's got like no fear. Go and dry your bananas somewhere else," and shit like that. And his translator was going there saying not very nice things. And Reggie was just like,
yeah,
okay.
I felt sorry for Reggie. He was twitchy, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Bless
I
him.
would have been too. I was twitching watching it.
Yeah.
And then this guy who was like a leader of like this sect of like the National Front or whatever,
Yeah.
kept wanting to be seen with Reggie. Did you see that?
Yeah. It rings a
So
bell, yeah.
basically, they were like, he wanted to talk to this guy. No, sorry. Yeah, this guy wanted to talk to Reggie more, like to show that this group, which is perceived as really extreme and really racist, were actually able to mix with a black guy and not like try and hurt him or anything. Is that
like when Morrissey puts a black person on his website?
well, probably as he features an Asian person there, Chinese.
Definitely not.
No. Is Jackson and Jack befriending David?
I wondered where we were
the
going
same
with this.
sort of thing.
You know.
Like you're an extremist, so you basically sort of present your friendship with someone who is different
That's
to
exactly
you.
what they're doing.
Look, we're not actually that
Yeah,
bad.
that's exactly what they're doing. It's a PR
Took a while to get
exercise.
to the point of the story,
Fucking
but
hell. I thought we were getting somewhere. It's true. It's a PR exercise,
Yeah.
and David's falling for it
exactly,
by being
and that
friends
was
with
it.
them.
Reggie felt like he was being used.
Yeah.
And he was also trying to get content for a BBC documentary, but in the end, it was turned around on him, and the extremists were using him
In their materials
Yeah.
and stuff to make them look more
Facebook,
forward
social
thinking.
media, exactly.
Yeah, like when the Daily Mail gets a black person to write an article saying I'm not racist, but
Yeah, exactly like that. And then the other thing was in this Reggie documentary, he met up with this other group, and this guy that he was in the contact, who was his contact, he'd like brought into a meeting, and he was going, "I'm mic'd, so don't say anything bad now. Like save this for later." Like people were starting to sort of voice weird opinions, like bad opinions, racist views. This guy was trying to shut them up.
yeah, they can't hold down them racist views. That's the
No.
problem. So yeah, David is a bit like I'm a bit like meh. He's just
David,
he's boring.
David's saying like, "Oh, I'm coming to make history or whatever." Fine, but you haven't got the personality.
He hasn't got the personality. He hasn't got the connections either. He's not really friends with anyone in there.
No.
And everyone's what did Memphis say about him last episode? You're at the big boys' table now. Whatever the fuck he said to him. I just thought, fuck off, mate. But it's kind of true. Although I think
as much as we want David as the little guy to sort of go get up to where he wants to be. At the same time, he's not that interested.
He's not got the right
minerals
attitude for it because he's being defeatist before he's been defeatist before he even begins. From the things I've been listening, by just saying like, "Oh, I don't really deserve to be here," and I haven't been through the experience of being HOH, haven't won comps and blah blah blah.
So you need to go with it. Now's my time.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm going to show you oldies who's boss.
It's my time. That song.
It rings a bell.
It's crap Andrew Lloyd Webber show for the musical thing.
Right, anyway, stop getting off track.
Sorry.
So, Nicole Franzel and Danny hate...
Oh, do I need my notes? Oh, no,
because this is just my intel section.
Sorry.
Nicole Franzel and Danny hate Nicole A because they don't like her podcast.
Who's Danny? I don't remember who Danny
Danielle.
is.
She's Evil Dick's daughter.
Was she in the episodes this week? Hardly not.
Not really, no.
No, I don't remember seeing her.
They don't like Nicole A, sweet little unicorn Nicole A.
Neither do I.
Nor do I. Because Nicole A does a podcast with that Eric guy, that Your Reality Recaps guy. And apparently they asked them to be on the podcast and they said no and ghosted her. And now they're embarrassed about it. So they hate Nicole A and want her out because of that.
They said no to Nicole A's podcast?
Yeah, with that Your Reality Recaps.
Is that Eric Levis?
Oh, he's so... No, that's Derek Levis. This Your Reality Recaps guy gets on my nerves. The funny thing is they don't like him because they said he was slagging them off, but he never slags anyone off. He's always kissing everyone's arse. So I don't like that guy.
Listen to this. See how much you like us.
I'm sure he wouldn't.
I wonder if Nicole A will have us on her podcast.
Everyone's got a fucking podcast, man. Just calm down.
Michelle Obama's got a good one.
Actually, look, don't advertise other podcasts. No, I'm just kidding. Don't you think it's silly when people don't think it's silly when people say some of the podcasts I listen to go, "Oh, we don't want to name the podcast." It's like there's enough room for us all.
Exactly.
Like just listen to
She's
it all
also
on.
got Barack Obama on her, so
just listen to it all on
you.
2 times speed.
You follow.
Oh yeah,
Barack
Obama
follows
me.
you. Can you try and get him on the pod? See what he thinks of Big Brother All Stars.
I bet he's not following me anymore. I don't know. Yeah, that was.
Why? What were you said to upset Barack Obama?
God no.
Trump support.
I love Trump. Yeah. So that's the tea there, and Nicole Franzel, who's the annoying one who we don't like.
Yeah.
She has a binder filled. A binder, like a folder, filled with every time anyone has ever slagged it off in an interview or in a tweet.
Cutting them out of a magazine.
Yeah, and she's apparently got a lot of shit on Janelle, and she is holding a massive grudge.
What, she bought it in as a luxury item?
Imagine flicking through, right? Index B.
The receipts.
Laurie told me this. A binder of all the hate against her.
She needs to get...
She
needs to not hang on to that negativity,
doesn't she? Don't you think that's sad?
Very sad. Very self-involved, Nicole Franzel.
Yeah, oh God, she's so annoying. Me and Jack have this thing where say he gets his notebook out where he brings up grievances that I've done in the past. But fucking binder, that is even worse. I'm like, oh, put your notebook away. When he brings it, oh, what about that time? What about that time when you just like, oh, put your notebook away? But if it was a binder, that'd be even worse. But yeah, she's got all these things. Everything everyone bad in the house has ever said about her, she's got it all written down.
When did she come into the Big Brother world?
BB16. She was actually kind of like
Did she win?
Likable.
Is she the one we're trying to prove
she won,
why she beat Paul?
She won the second time, yeah.
She's trying to prove she's deserved to win.
And she goes out with Victor. You don't know who that is, do you?
No.
Imagine.
Not our Victor.
You don't know who Victor is, do you?
No.
He's actually quite nice. I don't know why he's going out with her. It's weird. She's so... never mind. Anyway.
I don't know. I don't know much about her, but she comes across as a bit of a sort of whiner, a bit of a mean girl.
She is a whiner and a mean girl. Yeah, she said to Cody, I'm going to start a girls' alliance and then rat out the girls' alliance to you. We don't like to hear that, do we?
We need the women to stand strong together, don't we?
No. And another thing...
No?
Yes, we do. And another thing, the final thing off my shit list, Kevin was moaning about Big Jeff.
Kevin, the big cheat.
No, Kevin, who's in the house at the moment, was moaning about Big Jeff and the whole Dumbledore. He's the mixed race guy. The one who's been moping around like a wet blanket. I know, he isn't a whiner.
Get him out.
But I agree, but listen to this. This point we must back him up on. He was moaning about what Big Jeff was saying about how Dumbledore's a paedophile back on his season.
Raking up the old
homophobia. I know, it's true. He's raking up. But Bailey goes...
Have you got a binder on that?
Bailey said to him, oh no, I've got the binder on Bailey because I'm pissed off with her.
Yeah.
She said to him, oh, that was a different time. Bitch, that wasn't a different time. I was watching that fucking season live and I was absolutely appalled and so was everyone. So I think
that was a different time. That was a time when we didn't know that gay people weren't all paedophiles.
And I thought, of all people, Bailey to say that... in this year of all years, I just thought, no, I was right about Bailey all along. Sorry, I'm not Team Bailey. I don't like Bailey. And that's my final word on the matter.
Oh, okay.
It was a different time. Don't say that to someone when they're talking about someone.
Also, it's a few years ago. It wasn't like 2 decades ago.
And it was called out at the time in the house. Like, that is totally not okay. So it was not a different
What season was that in?
Season 11.
I feel like I heard about that and I wasn't watching it. I feel like it was just out there on Twitter.
I just think that's very dangerous to say, no, that was a different time and just poo-poo that when that's someone's... I agree, he is raking it up, but it wasn't a different time either.
Who said that?
Kevin.
Who
Bailey
said it originally?
Bailey
who said it originally?
Oh, Jeff. It's because people like Jeff. Oh yeah, whatever.
Well,
people like it. Fuck no, because I
bet he's shitting himself without being raked up.
Oh,
he's been
getting shit about that for years on Twitter. Everyone replies to him and it's like Dumbledore.
He's probably got a tattoo of Dumbledore now.
And I've said I don't want my time being referred to as a different time. Like I don't want like our time being referred to as a different time because it was like
it was okay then.
Yeah, like, even though kind of things have changed a lot. It's like kind of like we were sat back there like laughing at gay people being called paedophiles. Like, no, we weren't. So fuck off.
No, of course not.
So fuck you, Bailey. So yeah, she's on my shit list. That's it for the good gossip.
Good gossip section, yeah. Can we have that every week, please?
That's why I've been listening to these pods on 2 times speed to try and get more.
We need a subtitle for that section.
Hot gossip.
Lindsay's tittle tattle.
Yeah. Tittle we'll workshop it. If you've got an idea, send it in to... Right, should we talk about episode 3?
Yeah.
The vetoed episode.
Do you know what? I'm hoping that there's late entrants into this series, aren't you?
There's not going to be any late entrants.
I want to bring in
who?
Ross Matthews and Omarosa.
Oh, God. That's not going to happen.
No, Omarosa and Brandy Glanville. That's who I want to come in.
Good luck. So all this feels rather out of date now.
I'll tell you what, though, what I will admit is I think my notes might be quite brief.
Good.
So, I mean, I say that, but they're actually longer than I remember them being. But I might not go much into the details of the game.
Because a lot of this is not that relevant anymore. Keisha's was there. She went...
God, she was a waste of space.
She really didn't try, did she? To stay. Which didn't feel like she did, no.
But I've got a question for you. Why do they need so many melons in the house? Have you seen that?
What is it? Watermelon or melon?
All variety of melons. Like cantaloupe, gala.
Ooh.
Is that a melon?
That's one of my villages.
Watermelons. They got the lot.
Oh, the lot.
You know when they go into that storeroom?
Oh, yeah. They've always got untold stuff in there.
It looks like they've emptied the entire fruit and vegetable aisle on top of that counter. Doesn't that stuff need to go in the fridge as well? Is it going to go off? Do they housemates have to take it from the counter to put it in the fridge?
They ain't going to do that. No, there's always shit just on the side in there.
So much food in there.
Yeah, they do get a lot. They don't get hardly any booze, though. Very little booze on BB US. Since the,
Unless you're Brandy Glanville, which is in the contract that you have champagne on tap.
Yeah. Apparently some of these house guests do have different sort of riders and requirements. Yeah. Like different juice that they have in the morning and things like that.
Nicole must have a colouring pencils once a week.
She must be able to refer to a binder. I know. Nicole F must be able to leaf through her binder in the diary room just to refresh her hatred for people. So Nicole, I've just put Nicole. Look, if it's someone,
Nicole,
look, if it's a
Nicole.
Yeah, I do. Listen, from here on out, if it's someone saying a cunty thing, it's Nicole Franzel. If it's someone saying something nice, it's Nicole A. Yeah, it's something pathetic. Well, oh, come on.
Is she nice? She's nice, I suppose.
So Nicole F said, I don't trust Janelle as far as I can throw her, and I can't even pick her up. Fuck off, I've written.
We need to address a point from last week, actually, that we've been corrected on.
No. By whom? Alfie?
Laurie, I think. That Kevin isn't Latino, he is mixed race.
I already said
I
that.
know, but I was questioning, you were like, well, maybe.
No, I knew it. I knew it. What else happened?
Was it Cody wants to work with Kevin in the future?
Oh, yeah, right.
Alright.
Kevin.
This could be the beginning of a down low man. Remember that?
Yeah.
Was that in the storeroom? I think
Yeah.
that was in the storeroom.
I've put bet it isn't after
Of course
that.
it isn't.
Kevin, can we talk about Kevin?
Kevin has got nothing about him.
I'm in here with all these big players, and I thought it was going to be different. And, shut up! What a whiner!
Exactly. If you don't want to be in there with the big players, go hang out with Nicole A and David in the
Yeah,
garden.
yeah.
You know, maybe play catch or something. Do some kiss chase. I don't know.
I was hoping Kevin would go because he's doing my fucking nutting. Keisha, at least, I don't know, something. Not much, but he was just like victim noises all over the shop.
Keisha looked like she was doing the school run and she accidentally walked into the other house.
So true.
Kevin, I don't know. It's just like.
No, it's not what I thought it was gonna be.
It's like he's on day release or something. He's got no backbone. It doesn't seem like.
No. Oh, he's in the diary and he said, "I'm letting everyone down." And I've written, Kevin is annoying the fuck out of me.
What happened to Anita Vita? I thought he was going to be a
I
flamboyant,
know.
fun, sort of Gary Levy.
And then he
type
tries
of character.
and then he tries to sort of remember that was like his thing,
VT.
and tries to do it, and it don't work no more because we're just like, oh no, it's just he's lost his lustre.
He's making victim noises.
Yeah,
isn't he?
he is all over the shot. I put about Janelle's hair. Don't you think Janelle's hair looks nice?
Well, it's extended to fuck. That's for sure. It's not her hair.
I think it is her hair. She's always had good hair.
If you look, right, there's like a layer
don't
where you can see like that's hers, and then she's got that bit coming over from the
Well,
back.
she's got good extensions then, because they look better than anyone else's extensions I've ever seen. I think Janelle's got great hair. Leave Janelle alone. She's
I'm not
already
saying they
getting
don't look
shit in
good,
there.
but it's not.
Her and Kaiser were
She can grow herself.
plotting to lay low. Good luck with that. Don't you think Janelle and Kaiser just doomed?
Oh yeah, they want to keep a low profile. I've written how.
Yeah.
Was that what Kaiser said? Someone said how.
Just absolutely ridiculous. Don't you think they're just going to be gone within a week or two? They ain't got no numbers. No one likes them. Everyone's scared of them.
There's this whole hashtag going around called Janelacy.
Oh, apparently it's the housemates are all slagging her off all the time.
I got the impression that Twitter doesn't like her either.
Mate, you've got
Twitter
the wrong
like her.
impression there, yeah.
Apparently the housemates all slag her off and then they come down for dinner. Is that what Alfie said?
Everyone is jealous of her because they know Janelle will be getting all the airtime on TV, which
She's
she
not
does.
getting that much.
No, that's true because she wasn't really main storyline, I think.
Yeah.
Luckily, because if you see her, you know she's going home.
Right.
But yeah, apparently all the other housemates are just like bitching about her 24/7. They're all just jealous of her because they know she's a bigger star than them. Literally.
Right. Well, she's a 4-time player, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If I was those other housemates, I'd want to get her out.
Yeah, so would I.
I've written the HOH room looks like a loft apartment, but with rust on the walls. Do you like the HOH room?
It looks better than normal, doesn't it?
It's posh. It looks like a plush. Like they've got nice furniture in there.
It does look nice.
Keisha's pathetic. I wrote. Why did they put her back in? She won't win the veto.
Do you know what? I don't think Keisha was even that great in her own series, so...
That's a COVID signing, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was to replace Josh and Casey.
Are you negative? Come in.
Yeah, it was Memphis and Keisha replaced Josh and Casey.
Oh, there you go then.
Apparently. Yeah.
Barrel scrape.
So then, Casey oh, go on.
Why the fuck does Nicole A always look stressed? I've written.
Oh,
she's got no chat. Her arms are crossed and she's frowning.
She was just like that last year
exactly
as well,
the same.
didn't she? And so I've got Kaiser was talking to Devon about coming in during the war in Iraq.
Yeah.
And how he wanted to change people's minds about Iraqis. I was telling you about this last week, how people were basically calling him a terrorist in season 6.
Well, naturally.
Yeah. That's why it was such a shock. That was why it was such a shock when Kaiser got voted back in over Cappy, who was like a fireman. It was just like, oh my God, he got 82% of the vote. It was just like, actually, America... Fucking hell, you actually went on someone's personality, not someone's colour of their skin and the job they do. Well done.
But we'll have no more of that.
Yeah. Well, that was a different time.
Yeah, it was a different time.
That's the ironic part about that was a different time. There was progressive stuff happening even back then, and now we've gone backwards in some ways.
Many ways.
Yeah, but we have gone forward in some ways. What did you think about this section?
Didn't he say that he didn't really want to be the poster child for Iraq? Did he say that?
Yeah. But he knew he would have to be.
He said he's not happy with where we are as a society in America now. And then he also gave me my tattoo.
Yeah, I know what this is.
People shout because you never listened in the first place. Is that it? Is that it?
I've got a longer version.
Oh, go on.
We need to get to a point where we can hear the whispers so people don't need to shout.
There you go.
Yours must have been the next line.
That's probably the best tattoo, actually.
Do you think Kaiser's being, like, a bit worthy, or do you think he's...
Kaiser for president.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Get Trump out and get Kaiser in.
My worry about him is he can be a bit too serious.
A bit holier than thou.
Yeah, I think he can be a bit holier than that. But I think everything he's saying is 100% true. But I think one of these other, like, scheming little fucker of a players could look at that and be like, no, he don't mean it. He's just saying that for airtime or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
I think, given what you've told me from the past, what I've seen of him listening to David and David's like story, he obviously does believe in these things.
Oh yeah,
and he obviously
does.
sees like TV as a platform to put that stuff out there in the world.
Yeah.
What is interesting is that I don't think this kind of conversation, which is being put in nearly every show now, would have been in the show before.
No, because they had a bit with Dave Orton and
Bailey in the last episode.
Yeah, it's true. They're definitely, but it doesn't feel shoehorned into me. It feels like quite a good fit. Do you think?
It seems to me like this is the stuff that should have been in the show already.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So,
this is the stuff we would see on the feeds, but you wouldn't.
But to me
necessarily...
now, it does feel shoehorned in a way because I know the producers never showed this stuff before, but now they're like, oh, we need to show this now because we need to be politically correct. We need to show that we stand with the BLM movement. And then I wonder, like, as much as I think this is a good thing to put it out there, and these views should be out there. Do these producers really believe it, or they just do it because they have to, because they've never done it before? But then they've never handled racism in the right way before, or kicked the right people out.
But then does it matter if they really believe it, because they're actually still showing it and they're still giving it a platform? So does it really matter what the motive behind it is, if it is doing a greater good of changing some, redneck's mind on the sofa?
Yeah, you're right.
So the motive behind it might not necessarily matter.
I hope it's genuine, but at the same time,
come on.
Whoever's been pulling the strings before hasn't cared in the past, and they've excused so much racism. But now, when it's a hot topic, they have to be seen to be towing the party line of, being on the right side of history.
It would be interesting to see if there was racism this season, which I think is very unlikely. Would they actually address it straight away? But I don't think we'll have to worry about that this season. I hope.
Yeah, I think because these people are all former players as well, they're kind of wiser to it.
Yeah, they are. Then we had this thing about Tyler forming all these alliances and final twos. What do you think about that?
He's playing a silly game, I would say. Like, even he doesn't seem to want to agree to all these alliances, but he is. But at the same time, if someone comes up to you and says, how about you and me work together all the way, you're not going to say, well, no, are you?
No. Well, that's the thing that that Taran was saying on his podcast. The fact when Tyler said to David, "Oh, we're going to run this thing," and then David was a bit like quiet about it. It's like you should be agreeing with that wholeheartedly, not sort of
because that's the game.
Yeah, that's the game. You shouldn't be like, you need to be, even if it's bullshit. But then you do end up in a bit of a spot if you have agreed to everything.
Exactly.
But I feel like Tyler will get away with it, don't you?
Well, he did last time
he gets away with murder. I like Tyler better so far than I did last year, but I think...
I haven't seen much of him yet.
Yeah, that's true. And also, but I think just because he's not with his horrible alliance.
Who's he with in that
Angela
alliance?
and... Casey and Brett and Winston and
Brett we liked, but
Rachel.
Well, they were awful.
Yeah, but I still don't like him.
I've got a problem with Tyler. One problem with Tyler this week.
His hair.
Well, not so much his hair, but he wore his American flag bandana, which he'd worn in the last season. And I'm like, get some new bandanas, like refresh your wardrobe. We want to see a new version of Tyler's headband.
He's refreshed his hairdo, sort of. Just let it grow a few inches. So then Enzo was alliancing with Cody.
Oh yeah, they had a chat.
What do you think about Enzo? It's weirdo, isn't he?
Enzo, he's that we're both like, where's it from?
New Jersey.
New Jersey guys.
Don't think he's a weird guy.
He looks like a drug addict to me.
Loads of people fancy him.
He's not attractive.
Oh,
I
he's
don't know what they're
gross,
doing
I
that
know.
for.
Loads of people saying he's got a good body.
Has he?
Yeah,
Well, I
I
haven't
don't
seen
know.
it, but maybe he's... Yeah, perhaps he works out, but,
Ooh.
he's getting on a bit. Is the alliance then called the Roo? Or something?
The root.
The Root!
Yeah.
I wrote the Roo. I was
I've
like,
written something about roots, and then I later found out the root.
Are Cody and Enzo for real? Is that true? Do they actually want to work together?
I think they are working together, but I saw like a chart actually, which I can show you at the end, which has all the alliances on. And Cody's working with loads and loads of people. So I think he's got final twos with. I think he's got a final two with Nicole, Enzo.
Nicole A.
Nicole F.
Obviously.
Yeah, Nicole A. Nicole A. If you didn't come to play, why bother? Just go home and go back to your podcast.
Go draw a unicorn. Ian was swinging on that hammock.
Oh, yeah.
And he said he didn't want to do that because it pissed people off last year or last time he was in the house.
Yeah,
on
10
the
years
feed
ago. Yeah.
and in the house. Imagine if you do come back into Big Brother
Yeah.
with that sort of baggage. You're like, I
Yeah.
shouldn't swing on the hammock because that
Yeah.
annoyed people. But then it led into the emotional chat about being on the spectrum.
Let me tell you about this hammock thing. People used to go mad about him swinging in that hammock. But did you see him rock him back and forth as well? I never used to see him
on
do
the
that.
sofas, yeah.
Yeah, I never used to see him do it that bad. I feel like he's got worse rather than better. Or maybe he's just letting it out. Because it's like, if you've got these
rocking
ticks...
on the hammock, it's got to do something.
If you've got those ticks and you hold them in, I think it's bad. You need to kind of like let them out and just let yourself be... free, don't you? Yeah, exactly. It's true though. I don't think it's good to hold that stuff in.
No.
I feel a bit sorry for Ian. He is a bit of an odd bod. Don't think he's kind of sweet.
He dressed up with his shirt and ties to do like the nominations.
Yeah,
Like,
what the fuck?
Someone needs to tell him.
I
Like,
know.
It's not your appraisal.
Like a used car salesman.
Yeah.
What do you think of him?
What do I think of him? Again, it's like probably it's a good thing to hear people talk about being on the spectrum and what it means to them, and that they are a normal functioning human. Possibly in America that's needed more than elsewhere. I don't know.
Didn't Kaiser say he was on the spectrum and all?
Oh really?
Yeah, I think actually that was a longer clip that I saw. Kaiser said he was as well.
ZX spectrum.
But Kaiser don't seem... Mind you, it's a spectrum, isn't it? So you could be... I used to have a ZX spectrum.
The old computer with the disc.
That's the noise it used to make when it was loaded.
Did it have
This is that on 2 times speed, bitches.
Did it have a tape or was it disc?
It was a little tape, yeah.
Tape?
Little cassette tape. Dizzy.
Wow. Oh, the egg.
Yeah. Oh.
That's a Spectrum. We
Yeah,
had one
Spectrum.
of those. I feel like we spoke about
Then I
this.
had Atari.
Did we speak about these last week?
We spoke about it before.
We at this after school club I used to go to. We had like a hand-me-down ZX Spectrum.
Yeah.
And I used to play that Dizzy the Egg.
I
It was
used to
so
love
good.
Dizzy.
It's so
good.
slow.
But it always looked better on the picture on the outside of the tape, didn't it, than when you actually loaded it up.
Of
It's
course.
just a load of shit. Yeah, so... Oh, Nicole said Ian is amazing. Which Nicole was that? I don't know.
Nicole A, I think.
Oh, okay. So then...
You're amazing.
Kevin was trying to get Enzo and David on side, but it's acting like a sinking ship. Oh yeah, he's going to Enzo. Oh, do you mind if I pick you for veto? Do you mind? Do you mind
Kevin.
playing? Yeah, it's just like
that put Enzo in a bit of a weird position, didn't it?
yeah.
Hang on a minute.
Go on.
Can we talk about
I
the
need
fact
to undo my top button.
that Kevin was like doing his wounded puppy act on the sofa outside the toilet?
Oh yeah.
You know,
that was
in the
it.
bathroom area.
Yeah, didn't he ask Ian to play a veto for him? And Ian's like, nah, sorry, mate.
Basically, they all went like, oh, I need to go back to sleep. I can't talk about this now.
Yeah.
Like, that's the excuse everyone uses. I'm going to go sleep, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. But like, what a bad...
I know.
There's like a toilet there, and people are waiting to go in the toilet. For a start, it might smell if you sit so close to the toilet.
That's true.
And you're sitting there waiting for people to come to the toilet and
Yeah.
being like, "Psst, can you please support me through this veto?" Like,
Yeah.
why would you
I
do
know.
that? It's not a good game.
Desperate, isn't it? Desperate times.
Desperate for the toilet. He approached David as well.
Yeah.
David was unbothered.
David was just like, look, you got to stay here, so I'm not next on the hit list. Isn't it?
Shit list.
And then Kevin said, I think in the diary room, these people are iconic. I must have done something wrong. Oh, Kevin, you need to get a grip. You need to
iconic Big Brother moments, don't you?
He needs to get a grip. And then when they had the veto pick, he picked Enzo, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I have to pick you." It's like, oh, just stop.
Shut up, man, relax.
Stop. So the veto was...
I said the housemates were listening to the instructions for the POV pick, like they'd never heard them before.
Ding, ding, ding. Is that nice?
I don't know.
Ding, 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 ding. I think that's the task is playing music.
No, that's ding, 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 ding. They were all listening so intently to those instructions, like, oh, listen carefully because you're going to get the player pick wrong.
So then the veto was called the BB Peel-a-thon, and it involved rocking on a giant banana and then balancing fruit. Any thoughts on that competition?
Peel-a-thon it was called.
Oh.
But why Peel-a-thon sounds better.
I think it was Peel-a-thon.
I was wondering what Peel-a-thon meant. You might be right. It was called It's Bananas, was it?
Oh, was it?
What's it called? It's Bananas?
It's bananas.
What did I think about this, did you say?
Yeah.
Riding the banana?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a bucking bronco.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it did look like that,
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't enough banana action for my liking. Too much balancing fruit. Get them on the banana for the whole thing, I say.
I mean, it was quite a challenge. They had to, like, rock back and forward to get 90 on the clock, didn't they?
Yeah.
Which was 90 seconds.
Mm.
And then stack that fruit up.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Enzo that was like, oh, I know you're going to put, like, music on this and, like, slow it down, so they obviously did.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever it was. That's the Instagram music. The problem with this was, when they were focusing on the fruit balancing...
Yeah, they were forgetting about the clock.
Was timing out.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel they should have used real fruit, but again, then you get in trouble with the people that are like, you're wasting food.
Could have sent that to Africa.
Africa, the country.
People who say you could have sent that to Africa probably think Africa is a country.
Of course they do.
So then Enzo locked in 18 pieces. I think some people were throwing it here, maybe Tyler did, although he said he would never throw a competition. Oh. And then Kevin had 19, one more than Enzo.
He kept
going and ran out of time. That was his chance.
I have to say, Tyler did do some satisfying arrangements of the fruit, quite symmetrical. I thought they were quite nice. I was like, oh, I'd like to print that on a t-shirt or something.
Oh, God. I'm going to do that t-shirt game on Jackbox.
Draw a t-shirt.
Fucking hell.
The way we all drew a t-shirt.
Oh,
Jesus.
That was bad. So then I feel like Enzo doesn't have the charm he used to, ... if he ever did.
Be right in history.
That's quite profound. Kevin was having a pity party. Who won this? Oh, Enzo won the video, and then he just didn't use it, right?
Kevin had a pity party, doesn't sound like
No.
Ian and Nicole F have a 5-year friendship through the Big Brother community.
Ian trusts her the most and said, as both winners, they have to stick together. Our best chances of winning is against each other. It's a good point. They don't like to vote for those winners to win again at the end. I've seen it. That's what happened to Dan Giesling.
Oh, yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah. And
which is why Memphis wants to take out Ian, right?
Yeah, it's revenge for Dan Giesling.
But
that's stupid because Dan basically... No, I didn't cut Memphis, but Dan just run rings around Memphis, you know, just like Derek did with Cody. Right. It was that thing where they pretend they're like this strong partnership. It was like like me and you. It's like 90% of this partnership is me, and then like 10% you thinking it's you. Do you know?
I can cut you at any minute.
Maybe not quite that extreme, but you get the idea.
That's a good analogy. That
looking daggers at me.
Do you remember what their alliance is going to be called?
Is it the Million Club?
It is the Million Club.
That's good. And Nicole's like, oh, why?
But which one? Nicole
was like, why is it called the Million Club? Yeah.
Really?
Dumb fuck.
Got something better? Jesus.
Yeah.
But Nicole is only backup for Ian. Is this right? But Nicole's back up. But only Nicole's backup after Cody. Okay, yes.
Yeah, go
Ian
on.
to Nicole is a backup. Cody is her number one.
Cody's her number one.
Yeah.
But I think Cody's number one. Is Cody's number one Enzo or Nicole? I'm not sure. We need to look at that chart.
Probably Enzo, trying to keep them both on side. Kevin and Enzo storeroom veto chat.
Oh, yeah.
Anita goes.
Anita Weetabix. Cheerios.
Anita Cheerio. That's a good title.
But he didn't go.
Oh, no, he didn't, did he? Shit, I thought he did.
And Keisha's like,
He's gone in spirit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spirit.
Spirit's broken. Poor Kevin. Oh, yeah. And he's like, oh, maybe Enzo will feel obligated to use it on me because I chose him to play in the veto.
Well, guess what? He's not gonna.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it too.
Cody said he wants Kevin to stay and he's going to try and... What was it? Down low mance. That is it.
Do you know what down low means?
On the down low?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean?
That's a term like that gay men who don't want to admit they're gay use.
Ah.
So they say, look, I'm down low.
Oh.
But like, they probably won't call themselves gay, but they're a man that wants to have sex with men.
Oh.
But they're on the down low. Yeah, so it's more of a gay cultural reference, that.
I see.
Yeah.
I know something like that. And then it was just the flim flam section. Cody saying, yeah, he might, Enzo might use it or whatever. And we know it's not going to happen. And then Davon and Bailey were chatting final twos, and they said, "Your victory is my victory." That reminded me of I may destroy you. Yeah.
Your death is my death.
Yeah. Were they quoting something? Was that
your victory is my victory?
Was in I May Destroy You, were they quoting? Is that a song or is that a quote or something?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think it was probably original, but if it's not,
I finally finished I May Destroy You. By the way,
what did you think of it?
I had to have some thoughts actually.
Tell me.
It was just too long.
Too long.
I just think if it had been 6 episodes, it would have been so fucking good.
Oh.
I just thought they just dragged it out too long, it would have been so much more punchy if it had just been 6 episodes.
Which bit did you feel like
just
needed
like
to go?
Just like when she's sort of her friend's taking her to like go painting and
just
all this shit and just extra storylines we just didn't, and like the bit that I hate, childhood flashbacks. Although those characters were good. They were good. They were good lookalikes.
The sort of like rough and ready girl who cut her leg.
Yeah.
She was played really well as
she
an
was.
adult and a kid.
She was, and it was very clever, but it just wasn't needed. I just think it would have been so much better without it. But that might be an unpopular opinion, but I just think it would have been so much... I just felt like it was just padding, and it didn't need it, because it was so good, it just didn't need it. Also thought the end was a bit of a cop-out, but we shouldn't really say what happened at the end.
I thought the ending was so good.
Did you?
But I kind of called what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I kind of knew what was coming. But you don't really get the answer of the end.
No.
We don't really know how it ended, do we?
No, I think that ending's a cop-out. Sorry.
Oh.
But on the whole, I thought it was really, really good. But I just think it could have been even better. But that's probably an unpopular opinion.
I think it probably is.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Send your emails to bbblastpod@gmail.com. What do you think of I May Destroy You?
We didn't spoil it, so it's fine. So yeah, their alliance is going to be called Black Girl Magic.
We've heard that before.
Yeah, it's not very original, is it? I've heard that before. But are you here for Davon and Bailey working together?
Yes, I think
I am.
It was probably...
Don't like Bailey.
It's not a surprise. I think that was probably a natural alliance for them to form.
Yeah.
But you said Davon isn't really a great gamer, and I saw him
don't think Bailey is either.
Badly in that VIP comp as well. So
I think Davon and Bailey can both be quite emotional and unpredictable. But I think with them having each other and having that tight alliance, it might. And they do seem to have quite a few connections around the house. So I think that might,
I don't think they can do it alone. They need to branch out to someone.
I think they're in with Cody and Nicole or someone.
Okay.
So I think as long as the numbers are on their side, I think that'd be fine. It's when things start to spiral out of control that the blood starts pouring.
Which they can really edit it out.
Yeah. That's got
flashback.
It's got to have been one of her conditions, hasn't it? It's got to have been. So then Enzo spots Ian and Nicole F chatting in the bathroom late at night and reports back to Cody.
Yeah, he did. Who was like asleep in the HOH
Oh yeah,
room.
what the fuck?
I'd be like, mate, tell me in the morning.
Yeah,
Get
who
out.
gives a fuck?
Jesus.
I know, I've seen that happen so many times. People wake up at the HOH to tell them something. It's like, fuck off. I'd evict you just for that. And Cody said he's got to go at some point. He's a winner. And in the DR, he said he went against one of the greatest players of all time and beat him. Thank you, Zing. This is pure flim flam. They are not going to put Ian out.
Enzo at the veto ceremony said, "It's just too early, man, to use the veto."
You weren't there, man. And at the end of the episode, I've written, "Ew, this bad music again."
I wrote, "I want Kevin to go, so I don't have to keep watching him limp around the house." Keisha looked like she was going on the charm offensive, and Dave Vaughan said a storm is coming.
Oh.
A storm is coming.
Hell's coming.
Hell's coming.
Need a break or should we carry on?
We can break. It's a logical place to break because we're between episodes.
Let's have a loo break.
See you in a minute.
We're back.
We've got a drink.
Oh, lovely. The taste of...
South London.
Yeah, I was going to say where you lived and decided not to. So this eviction episode, Gaz, I said to myself...
Yeah, and I think to myself...
I'm going to stay up, I'm going to watch this fucking eviction episode live,
what
1am.
time is that in UK time?
1am. I thought I'm going to do this.
Oh, you're normally in bed by then.
Am I fucked? Jack's normally in bed about 3 hours ago by then. Let's see.
He'll be in bed by the time you get home today.
Yeah, he probably will. I'm fucking
Probably
tired.
tucking himself in
By the
now.
time you finished bloody going off on tangents, yeah. Anyway, so I thought, yeah, I'm going to all set. It's got my tweets out, got everything out. Oh, your internet is disconnected. I was just like, what the fuck? And then my internet just wasn't working.
Oh,
There's
weird.
I had everything set up, had like the, the videos that come on before it and everything. So then I had to...
Oh, the K-pop.
Yeah, so then I had to watch it on my phone, on my Wi-Fi. And I thought, fuck this, man. This isn't how I like to
What
watch
happened
a
to
show.
your internet?
My internet's fucked, and I got a text from Sky today saying, sorry, you've been having problems with your internet. Like,
Well, you will
it's
be.
fucked. And I was just like,
Missed
it
the
keeps going
eviction.
off like basically after midnight, it just keeps switching off.
Oh, they've set a
So-
curfew on you. That's
Yeah.
why. Trying to get you to get more sleep.
So then I couldn't tweet, so I was just watching it on my phone. I couldn't tweet, I couldn't make notes. I thought,
There's no
what
point.
is the point in this?
Yeah.
I'd rather watch it on a torrent the next day, high quality.
Yeah.
Just stay off Twitter,
Yeah.
don't get involved.
On a small little phone screen
Yeah,
as well.
and I thought, I don't like to watch it like this. And also, I don't like reading
Couldn't you-
Twitter.
No, you can't even put it on your Google Chrome, on your Chromecast, because you've got no internet
No.
connectivity.
Honestly, I was just... the Chromecast was just spinning. Gaz, it's not that good looking on Twitter. Do you know that? I looked on Twitter because we
No
were
one's
sort
saying
of
anything.
kind of caught
Yeah,
up.
you've seen the tweets they put on the screen.
Shit! You go on there and it's...
I love Janelle's binder.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nicole F's binder.
It's rubbish. And then I realised I don't actually like watching Big Brother like that. I prefer to be in my own little world. Like, oh yeah, Janelle will be fine.
I'll make
Everything's
my own
okay.
drama.
Yeah, it's like everything's fine. Whereas if you go on there, you find out the truth. It's best not to know that truth.
Oh.
Best to hide from it.
Ignorance is bliss,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's too right. So yeah, I was pissed off from the start. I missed the first 10 minutes, but I went back and watched it. Chembot's dress.
Luckily, obviously, the show was so high stakes that it rescued itself by the end, right?
Well, yeah. Well, the end was quite funny actually. The interview in particular.
I don't want to
Don't
shoot
shoot.
my shot before.
What do you think about Chembot's outfit?
Who the fuck is styling Julie, and who's obsessed with putting one bow on her fucking which shoulder? Right shoulder, I think.
My theory is because she never got to wear any of her dresses to like the summer
Oh,
fates.
summer parties.
Yeah, summer weddings.
Oh, it does, yeah.
She's just using all
She
those
ain't
now.
cutting those ribbons
Yeah.
like she usually is. Queen Moonves. By the way,
There's no other explanation for
have
it.
you seen that Julie's given up her Twitter handle at Julie Chen?
Oh.
She is now JCMoonves.
JC,
Jesus Christ.
JC Mondo, who's that guy.
Oh, the little guy.
Yeah,
The little guy with the glasses. No.
that's not good. So she wanted to actually change.
Basically, she changed her Twitter, right,
Yeah.
to JC Moonves,
Mm.
and then at Julie Chen tweeted, why did I snatch Julie's at?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. So someone nicked her old handle.
Yeah. Of course, as soon as Julie gives it
Yeah.
up, she's foolish. She could have got
Yeah.
JC Moonves
Yeah.
and held on to
Yeah,
Julie
and
Chen.
just
I'm sure
see-
Twitter would have
just
been like,
rested
put it
it,
on the
yeah.
back burner, don't worry.
That is social media strategy gone very,
Gone
very
mad.
wrong. Gaz, you need to advise.
Why is she obsessed with being like aligned with someone who's questionably...
A sex pest.
Yeah.
Because her husband.
I know, but it's embarrassing.
Oh, especially when we come to the end of the show, she starts moralising.
I don't remember this.
Oh,
Remind me later.
I shall refresh your memory. So I put Keisha's not really doing much to save herself.
Mm.
Cody wants Kevin out, but wants the others to decide it for themselves. And good luck with that.
Memphis and Cody said, I don't know which one of them said.
Oh, yeah.
I think we could divide and conquer.
Mm.
They are going to be called
Mm.
the Renegades, the Hitmen,
They're
or
the Renegades and the Hitmen are their old alliance names. You dumb
so the
fuck.
Renegades and the Hitmen
Yeah.
combined will form
The
the
Commission.
Commission.
Ambassador, you're really
they,
spoiling us.
they love that. They were really into that.
Yeah, I wasn't that into that myself. Hold on, you skipped Christmas and Janelle were alliancing before that.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, and
I
Janelle,
like Christmas. Tell me what she said.
Janelle said she don't want to stick her neck out for Keisha like the old Janelle would have. And I put... Well,
Janelle and Christmas were alliancing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Christmas...
Oh, you know why? Because Christmas is quite athletic.
Christmas is...
Got a different voice, I've noticed.
She seems almost like a normal person. But nah, underneath, just scratch that surface and old Christmas is there. Christmas is...
She'll ram raid you with a little trike.
Bailey blood spurting recap, but without the blood. That's what you referred to.
Yeah, the clean version. Tyler said, I was rude to you and I was wrong. I'm sorry.
It's something that weighs on me. That's what he said. Do you believe this? Do you believe they're actually going to be an alliance, or do you think they're going to stab each other in the back when it comes to it?
Did they not say that basically no one would suspect it because they know everyone knows they've got bad history?
Oh, come on. Everyone suspects it for that exact reason, don't you think? All these like fake, and like, oh, everyone thinks we hate each other. Everyone's doing the same thing.
It's an idea. I don't know if it's a good one, but that's all they've got, really.
Do you think they'll turn on each other? I could see it happening.
Could you?
Yeah. I could see Bailey. I could see Bailey being like, yeah, we'll be play nice for now, and then when it comes to it, I hope so. I hope that's what's happening. I was hoping in the diary room she'd be like, actually, I'm going to get him, but she didn't.
Oh no, she didn't.
She should have. It'd make her look cooler.
So, what are we calling them? Byler?
Yeah.
Tylee.
It's
Tylee.
Tylee, yeah, that's good. Better than Byler, that's for sure. Fucking hell. Or Taylor, as Memphis called him. So then Janelle was knocking stuff over.
It wasn't Memphis, was it? It was one that went. I thought it was called Taylor. Or Trevor.
Keisha, was it?
Keisha, yeah. Trevor. Shout out Trevor Boris. 16 shaker bottles arrived.
Oh, yeah.
Is there room in the fridge for 16 shaker
God,
bottles?
Don't tell Jack. Bring back Kemi. And then Nicole wants to go to the end with Kevin. Which Nicole's that?
Nicole A.
It's got to be
sappy Nicole. We're very unique. We're very rainbow.
That's a confusing impression because Nicole F is known for her nasally.
Oh
my God. You got to differentiate.
Sound like you're Zoe.
Oh,
green tea and black tea, same thing.
Get out my binder. That's not going to sound good on 2 times speed.
Is a group of unicorns called a blessing?
Is it?
I don't know. I've written no because it doesn't exist. Do you remember that unicorn chat?
No, I do not.
Yeah, all it was missing was her dad to come in and give her a kiss on the head.
So Cody and Memphis said they were going to create a layer below them of 6 people.
Oh, like a bloody caste system.
Like a cake. And then Cody said he's preparing to lay blame on Memphis if it comes to it. Memphis picked all arseholes for his alliance, i.e. Christmas and Nicole.
Cody said about Memphis, love him, loyal to him, but also using him as a shield.
Ooh. And...
Oh yeah, I put Memphis wants to recruit the girls on a Zoom call. That's what it sounded like. He went around to them all, didn't he, individually?
Oh, yeah.
It's like they were on a call. I don't know why. I think even Christmas did a telephone thing, and I don't know why. I didn't understand it.
She's trying to get votes. Vote for me for America's Choice. I feel sorry for Janelle being lumbered with Keisha as an ally. Oh yeah, Keisha calling Taylor
or Trevor. Yeah, it felt like Keisha was sort of like gravitating towards Janelle because she was like being pulled by the current, and Janelle seemed like something to latch onto. Did you not think? And Janelle kind of just had to sort of go along with it. Janelle was like, I feel like you need 7 votes to stay in the house, right? And Keisha was like, yeah. She clearly had no idea how many she needed or how many she could get.
What day of the week it was. Yeah. And then Davon has a final 2 with Bailey and was aligning with Cody and Enzo.
Hang on a minute, I've written Taylor/Trevor. Wouldn't bother getting too attached, Keisha.
Yeah, don't matter.
Sorry, what did you just say?
Don't matter. Davon has a final 2 with Bailey and aligned with Cody and Enzo.
Oh, yeah, they're more of a side alliance, aren't they? Did I say that, or did he say that? Davon and Bailey for Cody.
I'm not sure. But I've put Cody running the house as awful. Christmas said, let's keep Keisha as they can beat her. And Davon said to Cody, if we save Kevin, he becomes an ally. Here I've written, why does everyone seem to like Nicole F?
Davon said to that to who?
Cody.
Okay.
Nicole F said, Memphis controls Keisha.
Oh, yeah.
But I heard on another podcast, I heard it on Big Brother Gossip, Kaiser, am I saying his name? Kaiser, yeah, that's right. I'm doubting myself. Kaiser went out to Memphis and said, we've got to save Keisha because, you know, we're all old school people and you two were on the same season. Memphis and Keisha were both on BB10 together.
Oh, Memphis didn't give a
and
shit
Memphis
about it, did
Memphis went, I already cut her at Final Four on season 10. And he said, I ain't going to stick my neck out for her now, so I'm unbothered, basically. He said to Kaiser. And Kaiser's just like,
yeah, good, because she's no use to anyone.
But Kaiser's like still in this mode of like, you know, the old school sticking together. Whereas
Right.
Memphis is off like out, you know.
Well, he's not showing his cards to anyone.
No, but Memphis
Apart
seems
from
to be
Cody, right?
aligning with the younger people quite well.
Oh, is he?
I think so.
Didn't he? Isn't he the one that went around being like, oh, you know, take your game into your own hands? Wasn't that him
I don't know.
in the next episode?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, because he
He's
won
the
HOH, didn't he? Yeah.
Spoiler.
Not much of a spoiler.
So they had this vote. Did we get the vote?
Oh yeah, I've got a comment on the eviction outfits. I liked Keisha's red stripy trousers and Kevin's shirt with rainbows on. Thoughts?
Kevin also had a badge of a rainbow one, didn't he? I thought he was repping the
the
LGBT,
NHS
the
nurses.
Do you know, that is a bit of a problem, really. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't thought of that.
I didn't get fussed about it, and I saw some people
No,
complaining
you're right.
from the LGBTQ plus community
You're right.
that the rainbow has been hijacked for the NHS support, and it was also Pride season. So now it is a little confusing when you go into a shop. Sometimes they've got rainbow branding, and you're like, well, is that for me? Is that Pride, or is that NHS stuff?
But then didn't the LGBTQ plus group hijack the rainbow from the sky itself? In the first place? That's what straight American people say.
Yeah. All rainbows matter. Good point.
No, it's true though. That is a mixed message. Like, you know, you don't like mixing up those brands. You got one colour here,
Exactly.
one colour here. You don't want all those different logos like on Big Brother.
But no, all those fonts. But people were laughing that like probably a lot of homophobic people are not displaying a rainbow in their window.
Got you.
Speaking of rainbow flags, do you know what? I woke up the other morning, and this is one of my tangents, but it was like
Jesus.
it was 6:30 a.m.
Just
I'm
skip
like,
ahead of a few
why
minutes.
am I awake at 6:30 a.m.? Do you know sometimes you wake up and you think that's game over, I'm awake now.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
But I think I was still like partly asleep. Anyway, I picked up my phone, and for some reason, during the process of, I came back to the bed. That was it, and there was a towel left on the bed, and it was stripy, and for some reason that made me think of the LGBT flag.
Right.
And then I was like, in my head, I was like, it's really important now that we only use the inclusive LGBTQ plus flag, which includes trans people and a black and brown stripe for people of colour.
Nature doesn't agree with that. I mean, rainbow is not like nature itself. I'm not being like J.K.
There's no
Rowling
brown
here.
and black in the rainbow.
Yeah, I'm talking like the spectrum,
Yeah.
not the autistic one.
This is a minefield.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was like, for some reason, and I didn't really remember until I woke up later, because I did fall back to sleep, and I unlocked my phone, and I'd been Googling wearable inclusive LGBT flag.
Wow.
And I don't know why I wanted to like wear that flag only.
Did you have a dream about it?
I was just like half awake, half consciousness. So I don't know. Felt really important in that moment to like look for one that I could wear.
Lucky you didn't check your bank account.
Dan's like, I think you meant a cape.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess so. But what I thought was, you know, the
trans cape.
Like if you could wear a flag, it'd be a cape.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But you know the trans bit. Do you know about the trans bit?
I have heard that. Yeah.
It's the pink and blue and white bit.
Oh.
Sort of like forms a triangle going into the flag on the side, and then you've got the stripe.
Oh yeah, I have
So
seen
I
that
thought
logo.
that triangle hanging down the back there would look quite nice.
Oh, so now you're making it into a fashion statement. How very disrespectful. Can't win, can you?
No.
Try and do something to help, make yourself look good. That's not working. Anyway, Kevin had his shirt with rainbows on. Keisha said, she did a spoiler speech. She said, I can feel some bad energy around me in her like final speech. I thought,
why did she
don't
say that?
fucking say that. Don't
She said
ruin
something
who's
else.
going to go.
And she went, and I do wish most of you the best of luck, she said. She was trying to be shady.
That's not a good thing to say.
Shady boots.
And then Kevin said, have you got what Kevin said?
Is it He was a tiny comet. He was a tiny comet
compared to these giant supernovas
and red giants.
Yeah.
And then I thought, we could go with sort of like astral. Is
Oh,
astral?
yeah.
Is that the word?
Yeah.
Astral theme for the titles, if you can think of it.
And he said, "I don't."
It's a bit like the BB Can.
Oh,
when they
yeah.
did the BB Can. What was that called? BB Can Mothership. What was that called?
Nice.
Voyager or something. The BB Can Voyager. It wasn't called that.
Odyssey.
The BB Can Odyssey. We did a whole. Did a few sci-fi.
We did, didn't
themes,
we?
didn't we
And
back then?
it is all stars, so we could go on a celestial journey.
Celestial.
Ooh, celestial, not celestial. And then he said, I don't have many friends, but I don't know if that was outside the house or inside the house. Probably both, judging by the way he's acting. And then Julie goes, David, it's your first time voting when he went to
Do you know what? Julie she cannot, and she will not freestyle. She should not try and freestyle because she trips over all the time her own words.
I'm picturing her rapping now. Imagine, maybe she could. Maybe that's a secret talent she's got. JCMoonves. I want to see what that other Julie Chen's posted. I bet they're posting some good shit. And then I put...
Look, a question.
Go on.
If you change your handle, surely...
What about all your old tweets?
You must take all your followers with you, right?
Yeah,
because
that's
it's just
what I was
on the
thinking.
account.
Oh, okay.
So, like, it doesn't mean that new Julie Chen's got all the followers because Julie's changed her name. But
yeah, I
want to follow that at Julie Chen, actually.
Yeah. So, are we following her anymore?
Yeah.
We still are?
She changed the account handle. Like, if we changed our handle, we still have all the listeners, thankfully.
All those many, many listeners.
Thousands of followers.
So then,
we're just a tiny comet next to those big red giants.
Ian with his tie, not good. Looking like a sheep vote for Keisha. Oh, I thought Danielle looked good. She had on these big gold hoops, and she had on red lipstick and an orange pantsuit. You don't know who she is,
I also
do you?
couldn't tell you what colour hair she's got.
Well, me either, but she's just one of those people who changes her hair colour, so I don't know what colour she's got at the moment. But she looks good. You know how some people just start to look better in their sort of 30s?
A glow up.
Than, yeah, like, I think I look better. I'm 40 now. But in my 20s, like, my eyebrows are all shit and just... I think I look better now.
I think I definitely look better now too.
But you should, theoretically, you should look better in your 20s, right? Because you're more youthful.
Allegedly, yeah.
But then you look at the fashions, it's like, oof, oh no. Anyway, so Keisha went, and along with it, her storyline with the stock photo I've written, Memphis. Because we never really got to even see them talk. And that was the whole thing, like, were they going to have a rivalry? Were they going to have an alliance? And it just...
Oh, because they're in the same season.
Yeah.
You've omitted an important aspect of the eviction, actually.
Go on.
Davon in the diary room had the chance to say justice for Breonna Taylor.
I don't know who that is. I saw a lot of people tweeting about that, and I thought, here's something I'm ignorant about. Let's just not write it down.
She is...
I might know when you tell me.
She is a medical worker who was shot dead by the police when they raided her house. She's like... I don't know about a paramedic or something, but like she's definitely some sort of hospital staff. Some sort of hospital staff.
Why were they raiding her house, and why did they shoot her dead?
They supposedly had a warrant to search the house, but without warning. There's some warrants that allow you to do that. And they broke into her house in the night, and her husband or boyfriend, apparently the story is, that he drew a gun. Which, of course, if someone breaks your door down without notice and you're allowed to have a gun in America, you probably would.
Yeah.
And then they shot her. The police shot her, not the partner. And apparently didn't give her any medical assistance while she, like, struggled on the floor for a good 20 minutes.
Oh.
And she just obviously died at the hands of the police. So it's basically another black life taken.
Are they... getting into trouble for that, or?
I don't actually know. I feel like obviously people feel there's justice hasn't been served, so I'm going to say that probably they're not.
I watched another one of those trials.
Perhaps they've been suspended or fired, but like murder trial, no.
I watched another one of those trial by medias on Netflix. Yeah, sorry, I'll do it. And it was about the police who shot dead this guy in his a black guy, of course, in his porch to his house. They shot him I've forgotten how many times it was now. 42 times I think they shot him. He was unarmed.
What?
Yeah, and they got away with it. They took the trial, because the trial was meant to be in New York. They took it to another state because they said the police could never be tried fairly in the Bronx in New York.
Yeah.
They took it to the super white state where over half the jury were white, and they let them off.
No,
it was
so
just,
it's now a legal ruling.
Sorry,
that
is a spoiler for that episode.
Yeah.
But it's just, you kind of knew what it was going to happen just from the start.
But they're now deemed not guilty in the eyes of the law as well.
It was just, and you just realise this stuff has been going on. That was like in the 80s. It's just been going.
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
It just made me think about recent events, and it feels like something's changed. But is anything changing? If that's happening, what you just told me.
That's a real recent. It's a recent case.
Is anything actually changing?
I think it's pre-George Floyd.
Yeah.
But it's just another one of the cases which it's at the hands of the law, and they'll never serve.
Why are they shooting people? Why
are
they shooting people in the first place? Why do they feel they have the power to just shoot unarmed people?
Oh my god! I saw this horrific video of a man who, I actually don't think it was a black guy, but they called the police. Someone called the police on him because they thought he had a gun, but he was like a pest control person who was working. I was staying in a hotel. I don't know if he was working in the hotel, but he was staying in a hotel. And this policeman makes him come out of the room and is telling him to get on the floor and crawl towards him, and is giving him all these instructions, which he did to his best of his ability. And he was on the floor, unarmed, and the policeman still shot the shit out of him. Literally filled him with bullets. It's like, why do these people?
Why do they?
This was actually a white guy, so it was also a sort of a larger.
I'm shocked.
A larger police having too much power question, but obviously it disproportionately affects black people, which is
my only thought of why they do it is because they just feel like they could get away with it, because they do get away with it. Because why else would you think you could do that? Because you can. It's fucked. Okay, well that's good. I'm glad you touched on that because I didn't have a clue.
Back to the eviction.
I thought you would know though. I thought you would tell me about it, so that's good. You are proving your worth. You are worth more than 20%.
So the vote was 13-0.
Oh dear.
Keisha had to put on, before she left the house, very important, she had to put on her mask. That looked like it was Christmas's pink mask to me.
Probably lost it when she dumped it to go and run off and do that stupid maze in the garden.
Is this not overkill? I swear that evictee is about 5 miles away from Julie Chen.
Gaz, do you know what people were saying on Twitter, which I think was a very good point? I think I saw Alfie say it first. Why the fuck is Keisha the one wearing the mask when Julie Chen
is the one out in the world?
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's out there in the world. And Keisha's been in a safe space where no one's got it and they're allowed to hug.
By all accounts, they are weekly testing everyone, Julie and the housemates. So
there's no need for a mask.
You don't need a mask. Just... Do you know what?
You especially don't need a mask when you're that far away from someone.
No, and also, if you're going to make them sit, I would say a good 4 meters from Julie Chen and wear a mask, you might as well interview them in the diary room before they come out. Because at least they're safe.
Yeah.
Or, were you thinking what I was thinking?
Go on.
Recommission the Big Brother Australia nominations chamber. That's in the store cupboard over in Australia. Put them in a glass box. Or put Julie in the box.
Yeah. That's taking it too far, I think.
Well, who's worried here? Is it to protect Julie, or is it...
It's just for show, like you said. It's just for show.
It's too much.
I'm sorry, but those interviews are awkward enough at the better times without adding these extra things into the mix.
And the saddest part is Julie was just sort of softening up and hugging housemates. Yeah. Now she's
strict again.
A strict quarantine has been put in place.
Mm-hmm. And Julie said to Keisha. Oh no, that is her name. Yeah. They can never take away from you that you got to the final 3.
Never mind.
Trying to comfort
You did
her.
go right last time.
And then Memphis's goodbye message said, "You went out with a lot less tears than last time," as she sat there crying her eyes out, which I thought was quite funny. That was the only interesting things that happened there. She was just a complete sack of shit, to be honest. Boring as fuck. And I think you do ruin your legacy when you go back in and people stan you and then you play like that. I do think it does tarnish your legacy, don't you?
You can find out in the new sideshow, Keisha Unmasked.
Nice. I like that. Okay, so then we had the new HOH competition.
Oh. So I said where was Big Brother's granny, didn't I?
The BB watch party.
Yeah.
Did you like those videos?
Well, I was missing the alien, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
it's quite kind of annoying.
Really
I think.
annoying.
I like that guy, but it was just this time I was just like,
Too much.
It's just,
Too
I
much.
was tense because I really wanted Janelle or Kaysa to win, and then it was just like I was anxious, and then Kaysa went out straight away, and then Janelle went out. I was just like, oh fuck this.
Who did you want to win? Sorry,
Janelle or Kaysa.
Oh right.
Mm.
I just found it a lot to focus on.
It was.
There was too much detail in the video.
Yeah, there was.
And it was quite hard.
I put, is Janelle's gold dress part of the all-star costume or not? Because it's like she took the star bit off,
Yeah.
but then she was still wearing like a gold sort of spandexy
yeah.
type thing.
What's that type of material called?
Yeah, like stretchy
shiny
lycra sort of stuff.
What's
lame.
Is it lame? Is chenille? Is that a thing?
Yeah, but chenille's not shiny. It's like rough.
Oh, is this chenille? Like my cushion?
Yeah, no, that's velour.
Velour.
Any other fabrics you want to know about?
Got shag pile down here.
So then I've put Tyler's umbrella shirt is pretty cool. Can't remember that.
Probably had a repeated pattern.
Yeah,
of
I'm sure it
umbrellas. That's
did.
why you liked it.
And then who won this?
Were they above one? Is there a top row, or was that just an effect on the screen?
Oh, I think it's just an effect. On a step
I know
ladder.
that really, but it'd be funny if it was like a double-decker HOH.
Anyway, Memphis won, and I was thinking, well,
Walking in Memphis.
he is sort of. There's a pun in there somewhere.
Yeah, if he leaves, that would be a good pun.
Walking off Memphis. Hold on. I thought that, well, there is hope for
Hold up.
Janelle and Kaysa. The only thing I'm worried about, because he's an oldie, they're an oldie, but he already showed a lack of regard for Keisha in their oldie alliance. But I think he needs to think, if they do get rid of Janelle and Kaysa, and then there's just like one oldie, or it's Danny and Ian as well, I suppose, it don't look that good on you. The people are like, oh, get rid of that old school people, you know, the young'uns
The
team
old
up
guard.
together like Eden Lake and fucking finish you off. You could be in big trouble.
Eden Lake. Is that a true story?
It's a horror film
No.
where Chavs terrorised this couple. I told you about Eden Lake, so honestly, don't watch it. It's
Alright.
fucking terrifying. It's
Yeah, I
the
remember
scariest
you
film
saying-
I've ever
I
seen.
remember you saying about this.
Don't watch it. Don't watch it, listener. Anyway, so at the end, Julie said, you must have switched it off.
Probably.
She said, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Why did she say that?
I don't know.
To who?
Normally she says,
To
you
the
know,
audience
let's eavesdrop
or-
on the house.
To the housemates or to the
She
audience?
said it to us. She said, and remember, do unto others, like, whatever it is.
Well, it's not quite Arissa Cox's sign-off, is it? Somebody's always watching. I prefer that.
It's like biblical.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I didn't come for a sermon, Julie.
Yeah, what the fuck? What's she saying? Leave us alone. We're not doing any harm. You're the problematic one, if
Probably
anything.
something to do with Les Moonves,
Yeah,
isn't
exactly.
it? He probably said, oh, say this
Oh,
at the end.
he's
That'll
not
shit
been
him up.
doing unto others as they've done unto him, has he?
I don't think
But
so.
He'd probably like it if they did, the old perv.
Oh, perv.
Do you want to have a break? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a wee break. Right, we're back for the
Final part.
nominations and safety suite episode.
Wow.
Yeah, and the final part. And the emails. Although we didn't have any emails earlier.
Rude. Why haven't
Empty
sent us any
mailbag.
emails?
Shocking.
You sure?
Well,
Where's Conor Redder?
I think we might have a few now, by now. So I've begged for some.
Rally the troops.
So this was... oh, you've not got any notes, have you? Oh,
No, I
pressure.
don't, so it's all on
pressure.
you.
Okay, Memphis' alliance sucks. Christmas, Cody, Nicole F, Danny, and Tyler. This series should be called Also Rans, not All Stars. I hope Memphis will keep Janelle safe. 11 years in the making for him to be HOH, and he wants to make people sweat a bit and put them in the hot seat.
So what, he was never the HOH before?
No, never.
Wow.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. Yeah, he was kind of like, oh yeah, I want to sort of feel people out and pick their brains, and I don't want anyone to feel safe.
Do you know
and all
what? I
this.
think he was such an arsehole this week, don't you?
Yeah, he was. He was being a dick.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll get
He's a
his
stock
comeuppance.
image of a man.
Yeah, first HOH, and he's like, what, 48? I don't think he's that old. I'm just making it up.
He's older than that, isn't he?
No, I think he's only like 40 or something. So then,
It's been on Getty Images since it was conceived.
look, the only thing, actually, James started watching Big Brother, and I said, "I'm watching the cast, blah blah blah." He said, "Memphis, womanizer, mixologist," which are the two things I told you about him. Got called a womanizer by old man Jerry, and his job was mixologist. That was just all Memphis was. That was literally all he had to his personality. And now he's not even got the womanizing and the mixologist. He's got being bland and white. So Kevin was boasting that he's still here, but the memory of him being annoying remains. He wasn't saying that. Danny was drinking tea or coffee in the diary room. Disrespectful.
Who is Danny? I need a photo fit of this woman.
She's an older woman, sort of thin, sort of nice looking, sort of like a bit Janelle-ish, but not really.
Blonde?
Yeah, I think so. Can't remember.
God, she's really made an impression on me.
Bailey said she feels safe with Memphis. Oh yeah, there was lots of people kind of saying they feel safe with Memphis kind of talk.
Bailey said that. Well, later on she went to him and came out not feeling safe because she played the VIP suite.
That's because Memphis is making
making
people sweat a bit, you know. Yeah, because he was going to everyone, wasn't he? Oh, you're not really safe, you should probably play this week. And he was trying to get his own alliance to play as well.
He said, if you don't feel safe, you should take your own game into your own hands.
Did you know the safety suite only the last week of it is next week? So you only get 3 chances to play in it.
I felt that Memphis was trying to get as many safety suite passes out of play as possible, didn't
he was, which is a good strategy, isn't it? Even from his own alliance, which is...
And then if you don't use it, he comes for you.
But then should he be getting his own alliance to use it? Because then if one of them
his own alliance? Who's in his own alliance?
No, he was. He said 2 of us need to use it from our own alliance so that it doesn't look suspicious.
Oh.
But then, I suppose if it's only 2, it's fine, isn't it? So then, outgoing have-nots have to choose the new have-nots for the week.
Oh, I missed this.
Yeah, Memphis chose David. I've put, this doesn't bode well for him. And then Emphasis
on.
Memphis said he was trying to get David to break down. He's the rookie. We already did that to him last week and last series.
Yeah, why are you trying to get to break down?
Yeah,
it's a bit
what the
much.
fuck? God, did you learn nothing?
Slow him out. Is that not enough?
No, let's break his spirit as well. Ian said, does anyone want to volunteer to be a have-not? And Nicole said, I'll do it. And then...
Nicole F?
Yeah, surprisingly. And then Nicole A chose Christmas as she thinks he'd be a good sport. And Kevin chose Kaiser. David said, I'm sure I'm going up. Memphis said, the easy way is to put up Nicole A and David. So 2 weak players to put up.
This is a very weak game though, isn't it? I would have thought for an oldie, an old schooler, you'd want to come in and get out a big player quickly.
But then would you put up 2 of those weak players and then backdoor someone big?
Maybe.
Maybe that's the move. So Cody suggested Ian, which I didn't like. Bailey was talking about, this is what we were talking about earlier, talking about growing up in a very white neighbourhood. I actually remember her saying that when she was on previously.
Really? Mm-hmm.
Davon was saying all the different racial slurs that she'd been called. I was quite surprised they showed that.
I do remember this being a conversation which, again, I thought, wouldn't normally hear this. Yeah.
I've written Davon and Bailey are both stunning. Black people are a lot better looking than white people. And then Davon was crying in the diary room and said she sees the beauty in herself now. Bailey said she was scared to have children.
Oh yeah, how she had to come to terms with her skin and stuff. Yeah.
Bailey said she was scared to have children because bringing them into the world where people are racist.
With a dad or Swaggy
that would be worrying. Baby C. And then Davon said she talks to her daughter about Black Lives Matter, and she said children are taught racism. They're not just... No child is born racist, which is very true.
Yeah, I wonder how old Davon's daughter is.
I think they showed her in the clip. I think she's like, 6-ish maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quite young to be having those conversations with, though.
In a way, though.
Heavy issue for a small child.
In a way, though, don't you think you have to have those conversations with a child before they go to school and someone's racist to them?
Yeah.
Because that stuff starts young.
Yeah.
Really young. And if you grown up totally oblivious, and then someone says that to you at school, that could really fuck you. I mean, it would fuck you up anyway, but it could... Best to be prepared, I suppose.
We watched a documentary on Channel 4 and it was called The Talk, and it was about that subject. When the parents...
Oh, yeah. I saw that advertised. Was that good?
Of having that conversation. Yeah, I thought it was quite good, but some people were critical of it for not including a broad range of people.
Oh, yeah.
But to be fair, they got who they could, and they were celebrities mostly. So
I see. I mean, isn't it despicable that people actually have to do that because of ignorant fucking racist people?
Yeah.
It's absolutely disgusting.
There was one, I can't remember who it was that was discussing it, but there was a discussion about becoming aware of the N-word being offensive because someone was called it at school, and then only after being told, like, that's a bad word, like, that's a bad thing, did they become conscious of it. So then that person questioned, well, had things been said to me before and I didn't know about it? So then there is this kind of ignorance is bliss kind of thing. There's potential when you're small and you don't know any better.
It's hard, isn't it? I suppose it's a bit like teaching children about paedophiles or whatever. It's like, what age can you do that without ruining their childhood?
We used to have stranger danger, didn't we? Which I'm sure they still have in schools now. It's
just
like you
say
don't need
no.
to go to the details.
I know, just say no was for drugs, wasn't it? But also, don't get into the back of that van.
Yeah.
Don't go and see those puppies.
Yeah, it's always about going to see the puppy, yeah.
But it is, you can do it without going into the details, can't you?
But
just say
with
bad
racism,
people.
can you?
Not tell me, because you watched that program.
Yeah.
What do you actually say? Like, some people are just ignorant fucking cunts, and you're gonna have to put up with it for the rest of your fucking life.
Yeah, exactly,
that's what I'd say.
I'm not sure
what do you actually say in that situation? Like, some people are brought up wrong, or some people are just thick, or some people are just cruel.
Some people are going to say nasty things because of the way you look, and that's just the way it is. Isn't it horrible?
But if I was a kid, I'm sure I'd just be like, but why? And there is no answer why.
Yeah.
That's the sick part.
Yeah. And Dan and I have been talking about this lately. Like, imagine trying to find out, like, why a racist person thinks that way. There isn't a reason. They're never going to give you a logical reason because there isn't a logic to it.
Don't you think it's just passed down, isn't it?
Just passed down. The first thing you're taught, didn't Dave Wan say something about that?
Yeah, she said there's no...
You're not born racist. No,
you're not born racist. Don't you think that's sick that there's, babies are born and they could be perfectly normal and then they're just born to those families and then they just become National Front people or whatever? That is actually child abuse. Don't you think? Me and Jack were talking about... Jack is very anti-religion, and he was saying, like, teaching children about religion is basically child abuse, which I don't think it is, because I think you have an option when you get older to sort of make your own mind up, but then you can be indoctrinated so far that there is no mind left to make up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's...
Well, I like that. There's no mind left to make up. You're right.
It's tricky, isn't it? Because of course, as a parent,
religion is also not a problem until it's extreme as well.
No, as a parent, it's within your rights to teach. Because there was these kids like performing Morrissey songs like with their mum and dad, like on this Morrissey page would go on, and he said, "Oh, don't you think that's cruel? Like the parents making them like play alongside Morrissey songs." I said, "No, because the kids probably like it because the parents like it, and it's a shared thing that they all enjoy doing." And he's like, what a load of rubbish, parents forcing children to be into certain types of music. I was like, you can't force a child to be into a certain type of music.
No.
Don't you think a lot of it is just culturally what you grow up with?
Yeah,
you pick up on
you.
Yeah.
Like,
you can go one way or the other on it. So you may end up hating Morrissey because of that, or you may end up loving it.
Yeah. And when you were a kid, I'm sure you kind of liked your parents' music in a way because it's what you heard. It's like what you were exposed to. But then this is the same theory of like you pick up what you get from the world, like from your parents, and what you're exposed to is what you end up kind of taking on. But you're right, you can take it or leave it to a point when you're older.
Well, Derren Brown famously was brought up in a very religious environment, and he investigated it to sort of prove doubters wrong when he, was arguing about theology with doubters, basically. And when he investigated it, he realised it was just a load of rubbish, and then he wasn't religious anymore. So if you're smart like him, not saying you're wrong if you're religious, you can like whatever you want, but if you're smart like him and you have that sort of critical thinking, then fine. But if you're being brought up by a racist and you're not necessarily reading any books or being
No.
smart, then it's a different story, isn't it?
But also, I think we tend to assume that racism is a class issue, but...
Oh, I don't. Poshos are racist
Exactly,
as fuck.
but you get posh racist people too.
Posh people are the worst for being racist. Posh people are awful.
I think there's two things that contribute to it. It's like lack of education, which is probably one of the class issue-based racism. And then lack of exposure to anything other than what you know.
And that's probably what the posh
posho
people
one.
have, like going to boarding school and there's not many black people there. In a way, I suppose it kind of comes back full circle, because what Davon and Bailey were talking about is this conversation being aired on Big Brother. Maybe someone who is a bit racist will watch that and be like, do you think Big Brother could help?
Yeah.
Maybe.
And I watched a video this week about interracial relationships between Asian people and black people. And I mean, I think it's not a secret that Asian people often have a problem with that. So if
what do you mean?
So say this guy was the guy was Asian, it's like South Asian. His family had a problem with the fact he was dating a black girl, and it's kind of veers towards colorism in a way, because lighter skin is seen as better in those cultures, kind of traditionally. Do
you think it's deeply ironic that minority cultures are being racist towards each other as well?
Oh yeah,
it's just like, what the fuck? Like, we got to start somewhere.
It's literally not a black and white issue. It's a whole issue. And the woman was like, oh yeah, but in this culture, like, if you get into a relationship with a black person, it's seen as like marrying down.
Oh,
but, like,
really?
if you like married a white person, that's like up, because
I see.
That's the colorism issue that's come into play. I've got to have a point about this, but I can't remember what it was.
You see it, I'll talk and maybe it'll come back to you. You see it on 90 Day Fiancé, whereas a lot of time we're like, why is this, a person from like Kenya or Ghana, like a black guy with this old lady, this old white American lady, and it's like white is seen, it's like just some old bag, and it's like the whiteness is seen as so important that it kind of cancels out everything else, and a bit of money don't help. Go on.
Oh no, I can't remember my point.
You'll remember it
from the crux of it. Do you know what? This is what happens when I have a drink?
It's about
I get too tired.
Asian and black people.
But it's related to something that Davon said, I think.
Oh, children are taught.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Oh,
well, thanks.
Yeah,
basically, the black woman said when she felt that people had formed an opinion of her without even knowing her from Asian culture, people from an Asian background, and she said like when she actually, like now she's closer to her partner's mother, and when she asked like, why do you think this is a kind of a wider issue for Asian people? Why do you think they think like this? And when questioned, she said, I actually don't know. Like, there's actually no point to this. There's no logic. And not until someone is really asked why would they consider, so you might be right. Maybe seeing Davon express this and share this experience might make some people go, why do I think like that?
Yeah, because there's that sort of background of, well, it's always been that way. I've always thought that way. That's
the people that are like, that's how I've always done it.
Exactly. All those people. We know those people. But yeah, like it's always been done this way. Or that's just how it is. What it is. It's like the ultimate. No, it isn't what it is. Have a think about it and stop being so fucking stupid.
I'm going to go back to on the Reggie Yates thing as well from last night. This extreme, kind of like borderline Nazi Russian guy. Found out that Reggie had a white great grandfather.
I remember,
and he almost could not compute it.
Wow,
because Reggie was a black guy.
Reggie's quite light skinned though, isn't he? Or is he not?
Yeah, he's not dark. He's not dark. This guy like couldn't understand, and then he was like, so do you think like he said like people that mix the gene pool or whatever, the mix between races.
Gene mixologist.
He's like, you create mongrels. So he was.
That word.
So Reggie was like, so do you think I'm a mongrel?
Yeah.
And he went, well, yeah. And then the analogy he used was that you don't mix your colours and whites in the laundry. As if that was.
He's not going to be getting an Ariel advert anytime soon, is he?
I don't know.
Don't
He
you think
actually
that
might.
word is just absolutely disgraceful, mongrel? It's just, it's
Well,
so...
that's dehumanising.
It's just, that makes me shiver.
But the thing was, this guy, his argument for keeping white people pure and stuff was like, if you mix between races, then eventually you're going to have problems like diseases and things, which is actually the complete opposite. If you keep inbreeding between white people only in a small pool of people, that's when you're going to get birth defects and genetic defects.
That's true.
But if you improve the sort of range, it's proven that mixed race people have got much better immune systems because they're taking from the immunity of that race
and it takes the best of both, and it takes the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
That's why mixed race people are good looking, because it looks
All
at those
the shit gets chucked
shitty
out.
genes. Like, now we don't need that. Let's just take these good bits.
Exactly.
It's just.
But it's funny how this guy obviously had been told at some point that if you mix it up, it's bad, and that's when you get these genetic defects, etc. But he didn't know the real science because he hadn't bothered to look it up himself.
No. That guy's just a fucking thick idiot. And yeah, I look forward to the day when everyone is mixed race and everyone is vegan. And
why?
And because it would just be better. Everyone would look better. It would be kinder to the planet, kinder to animals.
The vegan bit is a bit unquestioned.
Oh, the vegan bit. Yes, kinder to the planet, kinder to animals. We will look back at us and just be like, oh, that was a different time. There's definitely a theme here. Fucking hell, it's like we've written this shit. Right, let's carry on.
If anyone ever thought this was written and scripted, like, there would be...
we need to get a new screenwriter. Memphis is concerned his alliance won't play in the safety suite as it will make their alliance stand out. But the real reason, the real task is for them to waste their safety suite pass for next week. Christmas goes, I don't care, I want to play anyway. Idiot. Just because she wants to play. Yeah, just because she wants to play.
Okay, she is a bit
I hope
stupid.
she goes next week. Nicole F. is a social media influencer, I noticed. Who is she influencing exactly?
Not me.
And did you know she used to be a nurse and now she's a social media influencer? So think on.
That's what you get from being on Big Brother.
Yeah. So Nicole F was like, no, I'm not going to play. And Danny was like, I'm not going to play. And then Nicole A went to talk to Memphis. And she said, who are you going to put up? And Memphis went, I haven't even thought about it. Yeah, only HOH, she hadn't even thought about it. What a load of rubbish. And Nicole A's response to that was understandably so. Understandably so that he hasn't even thought about it, which is a blatant lie. Okay.
But then didn't he suggest she plays the safety suite?
Oh yeah, he did, and she's
said, no one's going to tell me what to do.
I don't have to listen to you.
Sometimes I just want to go and like draw a unicorn for my dad. And, he doesn't tell me to do that, So like I've got free will,
And I've put you should listen to him and you should play. And then Ian went to speak to Memphis, and he said, I haven't spoken to Dan for years. Oh yeah, because Memphis is supposedly Dan's BFF, isn't he? And Ian obviously beat Dan. And then Memphis in the diary room said, me and Dan are still best friends, and Ian is a big threat.
We're in a group chat.
Oh yeah, I owe it to the Renegades to take him out. It's like, we'll see.
Well, I'm Googling Danielle BB All Stars, and Danielle Reyes has come up.
Says it all really, doesn't it? I think people are calling her Danny. Do you see her?
Danielle Donato?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Evil Dick's spawn.
Carry on, because I'm just trying to refresh myself.
I want to know what Evil Dick's been saying about Danny tonight. Can someone tell me that, please? Thank you. Then Memphis told Ian to play in the safety suite. Ian better hope it's a hammock swinging competition. And then Ian...
He'd been good on that banana.
Yeah, he would have. I think he was on that banana. I'm not sure. And then Ian was on to him that he was trying to get people to fall in line. Oh, I've got an overheard conversation here.
Overheard conversation of the week.
This is a good one, so pay attention.
Yeah.
Enzo said, I wish I'd had my kids in high school. I'd be chilling now. I don't want to die fat, yo. I'd be mortified at my own wake.
Oh, yeah. I did hear him. I remember that.
I don't want to die fat, yo. I'd be mortified at my own wake. That is good.
Do you know what? I've Googled this Danielle and I still don't recognise her.
Yeah. She always looks a bit different.
In the current house?
That's her back in the day.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not that blonde now.
Well, she's got brown hair in some of the pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, that is not the same person. But apparently it is.
Yeah, that's her. That's not her now, though. I think that's her in the second season.
Good God.
This is good podcasting. I'm glad you've stopped to do this rather than listening to what I'm saying. You're supposed to interact with what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Put that phone down. Memphis told Kevin to play in the safety suite. He said at this point everyone's fair game. Nicole was not sure whether to play or not, but is going to trust her gut and not play. That's Nicole A. Mm-hmm. Kaysa and Janelle are silly as they could have used it as leverage this week. What could have used what as leverage?
The safety suite?
Yeah. Oh.
I'll tell you. Oh.
What?
They've both already played their passes, so they can't.
Yeah, stupid. Look, what Laurie said was right. Why the fuck they both played? God alone knows. Tyler suggested Christmas and Cody's playing a safety suite. Tyler can see through it. Oh, it's good for you next week if I play in it, not me. So Tyler's sort of shading Memphis. Oh, yeah, right. In the diary room he said. Oh, right. Yeah. I'm surprised to see Memphis playing so hard, to be honest. It's true. Memphis did fuck all in his season. Just very
didn't give anything away, did he?
No, he's inscrutable. David scanned his past. Cody took one for the team and swiped. Memphis was being cagey with Bailey as well. I thought it's kind of a good strategy as everyone is scared. I like the pressure it puts on people. But next week, wouldn't they be like, fuck that guy? Janelle said she wants to work with Memphis, and he said he'll keep...
Working with Memphis.
He said he'll keep her and Kaysa safe for the next couple of weeks if they'll keep him safe for a couple of weeks.
Janelle?
Yeah. But I thought, why only a couple of weeks? Why not just say, yeah, we'll have a secret alliance to the end? Silly.
He liked that, didn't he? Was he receptive to that?
Yeah, he said, yeah. I think he likes Janelle and Kaysa, but I just think he thinks they're not great to work with because they're such big targets. So then Davon swiped. Everyone was panicking. Ian swiped as well, I think. Yeah, he did. Nicole A didn't bother because she said there's too many people playing and it lessens your chance of winning, which is true. Why are Bailey and Davon both swiping? Did they not learn anything from last week with Kaysa and Janelle?
They should keep one in the game.
I don't get that. Ian rocking like a nutter talking to Christmas.
Devon's not.
That's what I've read.
That's rude.
That is
rude. Say that Devon's not the best game player.
No. Sorry, Ian, I didn't mean to put that. I don't remember him being that bad back in the day. But I do think it's good that he lets it out. But there's something quite...
You wonder if you should be in the house if you're
There's something
like
quite jarring about seeing someone like that. It's like, it does make you think, oh God, they've lost it. Yeah. But he's actually doing it to like soothe himself.
Right.
But to watch... There's something quite... It makes you feel anxious.
Because we have this like connotation of rocking in the corner.
Yeah, with a straight jacket on. Yeah,
exactly. It's like the Joker.
So you're like, oh, are you okay, mate?
Yeah,
but actually, I think he's like comforting himself, like rocking a baby in a pram sort of thing. But I like... Ian's my third favourite, so... Oh yeah, Ian had like a little conversation with Christmas and went, "Oh, would you use your safety pass to save me?" He just sort of said it like on the off chance.
Oh, and she did.
Yeah, and she went, "Yeah, all right then." Yeah. And then Ian was like, "Fuck." So that was good.
Christmas is a bit all over the place, isn't she?
Yeah, but Cody didn't know that Christmas and Ian had that conversation.
Right.
And Cody wanted Ian, not Cody. Memphis wanted Ian as an option, and Christmas was like, "Oh shit, sorry."
Oh,
That was good. So maybe Christmas is shrewder than we think. I'm not sure. So she said she wants Ian to save her, obviously next week if he wins it. Oh, hold on, didn't Ian play though? He did play because I remember him saying some joke about bartending. Anyway, whatever. So it was a safety suite comp. They had to balance fake drinks.
The table was wobbly, wasn't it?
Yeah, what do you think
of that? It should be real drinks, shouldn't they?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Cardboard drinks. Cardboard fruit, cardboard drinks. What's going on, Big Brother?
The thing is, those pieces were weighted, weren't they? So if the drinks fall out or whatever, it won't be the right weight to balance it, would they?
Yeah, that's true. Do you think that task was fun to watch? Woo! Broo!
Do they put noises like that?
Yeah.
I mean, I was working at the same time, so
you weren't paying attention.
I didn't pay full attention.
No, it was boring. Let me tell you, as someone who was paying full attention, it was boring.
David took all of his pieces and put them on the floor next to the table.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know if that was allowed. Did everyone do that?
No, not everyone did do that. But it must have been allowed, otherwise they would have...
That's disqualified, I suppose. Yeah.
I've written David is hot but dull as fuck. Oh,
I don't think he's that hot. I don't really find him that attractive.
he's quite nice looking. I think so. I've written task explaining music for the win here. That is doom, 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 doom. Yeah, I think so. Doom, 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 doom.
It also says
and David said he was doing micro adjustments. I've put makes a change from suffering microaggressions in the house. I was quite pleased with that one. Cody was a bartender. Fix. Christmas coming across as ... likable ?
Oh.
Is this a good comp to watch or not? I'll just ask you that. Ian went, I just don't think I'm cut out for the restaurant industry. And he looked embarrassed as he said it.
Was he wearing a tie?
It's like something they'd
bar manager.
But yeah, it's like something they'd forced him to say in the diary room, and he was just like looked embarrassed at the end. Dave One had a strategy of picking up the pieces with her feet. What did you think about that? You missed that, didn't you?
I missed that, but that sounds fun.
Yeah, because she was trying to save time, or she was holding
save time trying to pick anything up with your feet.
Fuck no, it's
unless you've lost the use of your hand.
Yeah. Cody didn't drop any. So the final two was Bailey was 2 minutes and 48. Christmas did it in 1 minute 38 seconds. Ding 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 ding. Any questions? Christmas won. Will she say
Any questions?
Will she say someone pressed the button once and said that, Mike Boogie, and it stuck in my head. Christmas won. Will she save Ian? I've turned into the Big Brother announcer guy.
Did she save Ian?
Yeah, she did. She said she would. She better. She did choose to save Ian. Ha ha ha. David is having...
They put hashtag Christmas gift on the screen or not?
Did they? No. They should have. David is having a mope, I've written. Memphis's revenge is off the table for this week.
Doesn't it feel like a repeat of last year?
It does. David? That's why I got confused with Cody, because don't you think Memphis and Cody, it's like the same, having the same person as HOH? Or are you saying last year?
Last time, it seems like David's game is the same as last time.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
but he's now on the outs already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Shit. Memphis has got 2 shirts on. I've written. Christmas hanging on her hug. Don't know what that means. Eek, he's being cold as hell with her. Oh, Memphis hugged Christmas and he was being cold with her.
She was hanging on.
Yeah. Oh, and I've written Memphis moccasin mafiosi. Fucking hell. Memphis was wearing moccasins with no socks, I noticed, which upset me.
It's mafiosi.
Mafiosi. Because Christmas was like trying to hug him and he was being all cold with her. And then she went, oh, I'm sorry, it was like a split-second decision to save Ian. And he was like, oh, it's okay. He was being like all cunty about it. I was like, calm down.
Christmas can't keep
Christmas
playing
cards.
this like... It's like, oh, I just did this without thinking.
No.
Thing. It's not going to fly. They'll cut her out.
Yeah, because he said, I can't be mad at a split-second decision, but it wasn't. It was a pre-planned thing with Ian, wasn't it? Cody Cross, that Christmas saved Ian. I guess they didn't strategise that far down the line. Memphis said he may pull the ripcord on Janelle. Fuck off. Memphis is annoyed Nicole A didn't play in the safety suite. How could she feel so confident?
Yeah, I told you. I told you.
Calm down, Memphis. What the fuck? Memphis is good.
Alright, shut up, stop.
Yeah. Oh dear. If we wanted a man pointing out of a window, we would have asked for it.
Yeah, we'll shut up, stop that shit.
And also, we get you to wear Ian's clothes. Go on, what were you saying?
But he held that against her, and he really went through with it.
Idiot.
So in a way, it's like you have to heed the word of Memphis now, because if he says you're not safe and you don't take note, you end up on the block.
I'm not going to do what he tells me to do.
He's saying that sound.
Yeah, what the fuck? We need to get...
I'm not going to do what Memphis tells me to do.
We need to get our impressions. Is yours good? I can't tell.
I think mine's quite good, but I'm not sure. Someone else should probably tell me.
So then, Kaiser had his cap on, which was giving me flashbacks of his FBI cap that he used to wear in season 6. Nowhere near enough of him this episode, but that's probably a good thing, as it will mean he's not up. Memphis put Nicole and David up, weak players, HHIS big time. Nicole for not playing, and he said to David, you're at the grown-ups table now, and you'll have to prove yourself.
That is really patronising.
Isn't that rude? And then David in the diary room said, I'm going to tell you I came to play and you're not safe next week. I put Memphis should be called Chinless, not Memphis. Then Memphis
no
is just
chin?
yeah, it's just.
Or is chinless like a turn of phrase?
Oh, both. Both. That was it. The end.
I knew nothing happened in that episode.
Yeah, it was boring. But do you know what? We've realised, listeners, we've done the podcast on the wrong day.
The total wrong
The
day.
veto's on tonight. We don't know who's won the veto. You already knew 3 days ago, so this podcast is already going to seem dated as well. They do the veto on like Mondays, in the house.
Yeah.
We don't know anything. We're going to sort out our podcasting days in future
Yeah.
and do it on an appropriate day. But for this week, you just have to bear with us. Are you looking in the mailbox?
Yes, I am.
Oh, actually, let me look at my notes. My Telegram notes. Doom.
We've only got 2 emails.
Doom.
Unless
doom,
you've been
doom.
looking at them in the
This
week.
is the looking in the mailbox music. Doom. 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 Doom.
Laurie's been sending you a lot of 90 Day Fiancé
I know.
emails. Fucking hell. I'm from Laurie in here. Jesus.
Look, just mind your business. Oh, I've got a tweet to read you. Do you want to hear it? Did
Yes,
you see
I
this?
do.
I think I added you. I don't know if I added you in
Did
this. I
you?
might have saved it. This is from Big Brother Daily at BB_updates. Danny said, I like that one guy who was on Big Brother Canada from Australia.
Oh.
Tyler said, that's Tim Dormer with the long hair,
Oh.
like mine.
Oh.
Danny said, the people they brought from other countries were so enjoyable. Tyler said, Nikki Graham is the funniest person of all time.
Yeah. Okay. Finally something I can agree on with Tyler.
Can you believe that?
Wow.
That is shocking, isn't it?
Where did you see that? Did someone send you that?
Yeah, I think Rowan and
Alfie.
Laurie sent me it.
Wow.
That's cool, isn't it? I
Nikki
think
Graham.
I was going to at you in it, but then I thought,
Nikki
oh no, I'll
Graham's
say it
legacy like
lives on.
precedes her.
Yeah, that's good to see Nikki Graham getting a mention in the VVUS
Yeah,
house.
it is, isn't it?
That's real strategy for you. Oh look, here's the alliance. Here's this alliance.
A new email just literally came through.
Oh, come through emails. Look at this. Do you want to see this?
It's from Braden.
good.
Who's never emailed us before. I mean, he has. I know he is now.
Yeah.
Um,
That might be old now. I'm just showing Gaz the alliances and
Connect
deals
4.
chart. But do you see how many connections some of these people have got, and then how many others have got? Not many. See what I mean? So those people at the bottom are not very well connected.
Right. Yeah. Old
Connect
schoolers.
4, please.
Well, Keisha's gone and she's in
Yeah.
this, so
Oh,
this is
yeah.
kind of old.
Yeah, but look how many connections she had. Fuck all. And now she's gone.
Who decided these names? The live feeders.
I think the people decide themselves.
Ty's duo. That's making no sense to me.
Nice. But do you see
Where's
what I mean?
Danny on there? Can you show me her?
Yeah, there she is with that hat on. Oh yeah, you said she looked like she's going on I'm a Celebrity.
Oh, yeah, she's that bland one. I don't even
And she
notice
hates
her.
Janelle, so fuck her.
Do you want to
Bring
open
back
the
Rachel.
inbox?
Rachel O'Reilly.
If you want to have your say, and I know you're all itching to because this inbox is brimming,
Good, we don't want that many emails.
email us at bigandpluspod@gmail.com.
Just sending out 2 completely contradictory
We'll
messages.
read your email next week.
We don't want that many, like 2 or 3 is the optimum amount, in my opinion.
Laurie says, today's podcast feedback comes to you with... Oh my god, she wants me to sing the Kinks' Destroyer lyrics. I know the Kinks, but I don't know the song Destroyer. Feeling guilty, feeling scared, hidden cameras everywhere. Paranoia, the Destroyer.
That rings a bell, Paranoia the Destroyer.
That could
I've
be
heard
our
that before.
intro next week.
Yeah, yeah, we actually can.
The word of the day is gaslighting.
Oh, who's been gaslighting?
I don't know, let's see. Jada Essence Halls.
Who?
No idea. Look over there is also a good drag reference. If you know, you know. Well, we don't know.
Read it out again. What was the name?
Jada Essence Hall.
Jada Essence Hall.
Must be a
gotta
drag
a
race
pun.
person,
Yeah, it's
surely.
got to be a pun or something.
It's not a very good pun, though. It's not very obvious.
Jada Essence Hall. We're probably missing it.
Well,
That's 2 references we've not got so far.
yeah, it's going well. Since you two are recording before watching the veto episode, I will say this.
Oh, yeah, we need to be careful we don't get spoiled in the other emails.
Big Brother house guests who had a positive viewer reaction when they left the house previously should think extra long and hard about returning if they have another All-Star season.
This is what I was saying.
Wait a minute.
About
Hold
ruining
that
your
thought.
legacy.
Feel that,
Oh.
that air.
Oh, I wonder what he's gone to do. Have you left the oven on or something? No, it's true. I think, like Julie going, oh, well, they'll never take getting Final 3 away from you. You can take that away, and you can... Oh?
No, I'm going to refer to the text because I just threw this magazine in the bin earlier.
Oh, are these the magazines I gave you?
Yeah, you gave me these magazines.
I've still got more magazines at home
And I
for you.
read a little interview in here earlier with...
It's like Gaz's hairdressers.
with the
Magazine
first
deal.
UK Big Brother winner,
Oh,
Craig.
spoiler.
Oh, God, what's the one with Josie? It's this one. It's this one. Now, he was talking about going back into the Big Brother house.
Oh. You're plotting a very
God.
devious plot.
Where is it? You know, you just know where something... You knew it was in there, but you can't find it when you need to.
Should I carry on?
Talk about people's legacies in the Big Brother house.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Are you sure it was this? There he is.
So Craig said about returning to the Big Brother house. If you don't know who Craig is,
You better get to know.
you better get to know. He said
at 1:49 p.m.
He said, I turned down the Ultimate Big Brother show, and the magazine's added in 2010, with all the notorious housemates and past winners.
Notorious.
He said, at first, I felt I owed it to Big Brother, but I walked away.
Ooh.
I won the very first Big Brother, and nobody else can ever touch that.
Ooh.
If I'd have gone on to another Big Brother and lost, I'd have just become another loser. And there's about 250 of them. I thought I've got more to lose than gain from this. That's what Craig said.
It's true.
Going in Big Brother.
In a way, I get going back. I get going back if you've never won. You've got something to prove still. But if you've won, the only way to go is down.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what happened to Dan Giesling, because he won Big Brother 10.
Yeah.
And then when he went back for Big Brother 14, he got beaten by Ian. And it was painful to see a titan of the game crushed by Ian.
Do you know what I don't
Think
understand about this American version of
Ian
Big Brother?
of the Quack Pack.
That they want to send people back in, but like for no particular reason. Like it's not necessarily an all-star season. It's like,
it's just
yeah,
who
you
they
can go in
get.
again.
It's who will answer the phone.
Have another go. Go
Yeah.
on, in you go.
Yeah, Janelle 4 times. Why? It was good TV.
Strange. Anyway. Twitter, she says, has been brutal
Good.
in critiquing a few, and I sincerely hope everybody has a good support group around them when they leave this year.
I bet I can guess who it is. Danny, Davon, because Davon and Danny are working with Nicole F, and everyone hates Nicole F. So
Who?
everyone wanted Davon to go against Nicole F.
Right.
Because everyone hates Nicole F. Twitter fucking hates her.
Right.
And then Davon went in there, and do you remember they said, Nicole said to her, "Oh, thanks for the vote for me." This was actually at the start, wasn't it? This is the bit that I missed.
I owe you because you gave me the vote to win.
And then Davon was like, "Oh, we'll work together," and that was not what Twitter wanted. Twitter wanted to see those two go against each other.
But in the diary, didn't Davon go, oh, I'm not going to owe this girl anything?
But she is still working with her at the moment, and it's not going down well.
Here you go.
But you can't play your game at the mercy of Twitter. In a way, you've got to do what's best for your game too.
In the moment.
Yeah.
Here's an example, Laurie said. People are leaving terrible reviews for Bob's restaurants. Yeah, Twitter started calling Memphis Bob. And that makes me laugh every time. Bob. Why is it so funny? Lol. I do not understand why rabid BB fans think it's okay to try and destroy people's lives outside the game.
Yeah, that is
Nonsense.
stupid. That is stupid.
Have a heart. Hashtag be kind.
Unless you've been absolutely horrible and racist and evil.
Oh, yeah, in which
but
case,
Memphis, like, he's just playing
game.
he's playing the game. I mean, Bob is not that offensive. People reading those reviews won't really know.
People do like to give people different names, don't they? The live feeders.
Oh, like Holly and Beth.
Yeah, that one.
Gaz is still none the wisest. Who either of those same person is.
There are obvious couples, but no showmance this season, y'all.
Good.
Can we get a stand innovation?
Yes.
If I want to watch romance, I'll stream Lockie on Australia's Bachelor.
Oh.
Do we know about this?
No.
Another reference we don't know.
Laurie, keep your references to Big Brother and 90 Day
She
Fiancé.
says, again, if you know, you know.
Oh, we don't know.
So Thursday night is everything, folks. Janelle or Kaysa really, 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 really need to win HOH. I want to care about who goes this week, but I honestly can't be bothered.
That makes me think Laurie's giving away spoilers without giving them away. So that makes me think Janelle or Kaysa, you don't need to worry because I'm just reading between the lines. That makes me think that whoever used the veto, Janelle or Kaysa aren't really, going to go up as a replacement, which reassures me, makes me feel better.
Right,
do you know what I mean?
They're safe next week.
Yeah, if we were worrying about next week with Janelle and Kaysa, that makes me feel happy for this week. So that's a good thing.
That's the end. Ta-ta for now, loyalists to the Laurie.
I've forgotten who is the target for this week. Is it Nicole or David, or is it someone else? We don't really know, do we?
Is there even
He's
one?
not really
Does it
said.
matter?
He's not really said,
Does
has
anyone
he?
care?
No, true. Unless it's oh no, Ian's safe. So
Do you know? I would much rather see Nicole A go out.
than David.
Of course. Nicole
Why?
A, I just think is a wet weekend.
Oh, she's a bad casting. Don't
Bad
you think?
TV. Like, you're not good at the game. You're not good from a social experiment point of view.
You're
not
not a
good at
backstabber.
entertainment.
No. Just
There's the door.
a nice person. Can't really think of anything worse.
Braden has emailed.
Hey, Braden.
The subject is BB22 All-Stars Week 1/2.
Mind out for veto spoilers. If you read them, you take the hit.
Hey, Linz and Gaz. Is Braden Australian?
Yeah,
I'm
mate.
not going to do it. Just a heads up. This last week has been hectic and haven't been able to watch the live feeds posted on YouTube.
Oh, that's good.
This is the podcast in its own right. I've had quite a bit of uni work to finish. Only going off the episodes. Okay.
Oh, that suits us.
We've got a breakdown by episode here.
Oh.
Episode 2. Mostly still have the opinions I made in the last email. Well,
Okay.
I can't remember what those are. However, hello. I said hello. However, I've warmed up to Ian and Enzo a little. Just a heads up. As much as I'm glad Kaysa and Janelle saved themselves, Janelle knew she would be targeted considering that her and Kaysa are a duo. But she then asked Cody if he would protect her throughout the game. I don't know why, but especially this early in the game and just in general. You don't voluntarily ask people if they would save you. If you know... No, I know if I was in the game, I wouldn't simply be right up asking Cody if he would save me.
No, I wouldn't either.
Simply because doing so would make him question otherwise. Cody putting up Keisha and Kevin and then saying, I don't want to ruffle any feathers. What do you mean? You just did that with Kevin after he had a heart-to-heart with you.
Yeah, but Kevin don't matter.
I've come to the conclusion that Cody is a shady player and Kaysa and Janelle's plan worked after all.
What plan?
Don't know.
Save themselves.
Yeah. That was episode 2. I can't remember what happened in that episode. That's when they played in the
Safety suite.
the DJ booth,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Episode 3. Now I'm really loving Ian. He's so sweet. Tyler seems to be making the same mistake he made in his last series.
too many
I don't know why
final
you
twos.
would do that, but anyways. Nice to see some of my faves aligning with each other.
Oh.
I thought you'd never watched US Big Brother before.
Oh,
his faves
current
so
faves, yeah.
far.
New faves.
Starting to like Nicole F just a little bit too.
What? Braden, that is an unpopular opinion. If you'd never seen her before, though, maybe you would like her. Because you wouldn't really know how annoying she was from back in the day. Like, you don't really know her.
No.
Has she been annoying you that much?
No.
No. There you go.
But then you could put a picture of her and Danielle next to each other and I wouldn't know which one was which.
There you go.
Absolutely loving Kaysa, Janelle, Ian and Dave 1 at the moment.
Yeah, they're my favourites.
Enzo won veto and chose not to use it. Probably a good move being so early in the game.
Yeah. And it would a good move at any point in the game for Enzo not to use that.
At this point, I feel indifferent to whoever goes home between Keisha and Kevin. Anything could happen. This is part 1. Just want to make sure I have something for you. Part 2 coming soon, hopefully.
Oh my god, this is like one of Laurie's emails.
Kind regards and much love, Braden Harvey.
We need like a chapter. What is it? Chapter. You know, you have this table of contents. That's
Right.
what we need.
Like an
Fucking
index.
hell. I haven't been to work or done anything for a very long
Other than
time.
My sofa.
What are words?
Well, not episode 2. Part 2 of this email just came in.
Oh my god.
Episode 4. Cody seems to be making all these alliances like his entanglements. Like he has entanglements. Do you know that reference?
No.
So Will Smith and his, I think, ex-partner.
Oh yeah, Jada.
But I think they are
Pinkett
still
Smith.
together.
Yeah, they split up and then they got back together again.
They did this video on YouTube
Oh,
where
yeah.
she said she had an entanglement with this. I think it's the boy that was
like
living with them.
conscious uncoupling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
anyway.
like had it off with him basically.
Yeah. Shagging it. It's on like,
Entanglements. We know what you did.
I don't know. He'll definitely be someone to watch a close eye on. This is Cody.
Cody. I'm tired of Cody. He can go.
Oh. I'd be surprised if he lasts long. I knew Keisha would go. She just didn't have the numbers. I didn't really make an overall opinion of her, but she seems nice and sweet. So that's all. I admit it was different seeing a mental challenge, and Memphis ended up winning it. Didn't mind it. It was different seeing a mental challenge. This is because Braden's come off the back of Big Brother Australia, where everything was a physical challenge.
Yeah, good point.
Episode 5. Memphis is so pushy with the whole safety suite. I'm so done seeing a dictatorship. These people better play for themselves, these people, and not just play for someone else's game. Unless they truly align with their game, though. But just saying, well, I'm sad that Nicole A and David are up. But anyways, final thoughts. Watching the challenges, I do miss the Big Brother character element. I say this about US Big Brother all the time.
It don't bother me, but...
I feel like the housemates in the diary room really brought the essence of fun and more personality. Yes, because there was a script.
Yeah. Cue cards.
My top 4 so far are Davon, Kaiser, Janelle and Ian.
And they're my top 4 too.
It's good so far, I can say. Sorry this is a bit rushed though. Kind regards and much love, Braden Harvey.
That's good. Braden started watching because of our recommendation and he's enjoying it. Don't you think that's good? I have to disagree though. I think Cody is going to go deep. I think Cody, Tyler...
Cody looks like one of those sort of like unshakable, kind of male-dominant housemates.
Cody, Tyler, Enzo and Memphis, I think you can be looking to see them for many more weeks on your screen. Don't you think? No one's going to go after Cody. No one would dare. He's got the numbers to stay. So it's not that easy, I'm afraid, to get rid of someone like that. Once those numbers bed in, you're totally fucked. Totally fucked.
And people... We've seen it in this format. I feel like people are scared to go after the big players.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. That's what Janelle said. In my series, we used to go after the HOH and do the opposite of what the HOH wanted us to do.
That's the Big Brother I want to see. That's why you probably enjoyed it so much back then.
Honestly, me and Jack have just we've got 2 episodes to go of season 6. It is so fucking good. Do you know, someone got a picture of their girlfriend, in the HOH room.
Yeah.
Janelle went to the diary room and she went, her girlfriend is ugly as hell.
Wow.
It's so fucking good. Do you know, I was like just calling them bitches to their faces.
Wait, her girlfriend is a lesbian?
It was a lesbian who won the HOH, and Janelle said her girlfriend is ugly as hell.
Yeah,
and then they had this like clips package of the girlfriend talking about her girlfriend in the House of Vet, and she said, "Oh, I really like Janelle as a player. She's one of my favourites." After Janelle had just called her she'd obviously recorded this previously, and Janelle had just called her ugly as hell in the diary. Honestly, and this guy Howie was going on about this woman's fat, ugly husband, her ugly dog. They were so bitchy and like they just do not care. They're just like ripping the shit out of each other. They do not pussyfoot.
Like that
I know, they just do not pussyfoot around like this. They're just absolutely destroying each other. Do you know when the HOH, she just grabbed the key off this girl's neck and was just like, "Give me that key, bitch."
Oh my god.
Honestly, it was so fucking good. Just Janelle is just fucking so like evil but brilliant. Not even evil, just like mean.
Do you think it's that they used to show Big Brother in a different time slot and it was more of an adult programme though?
It was definitely, some of the language you hear is definitely feels different. It feels like it's more sort of family friendly now, definitely.
Yeah, because I hear like people watch this with their children.
Yeah. It's
that's
definitely changed.
I've got an issue with that.
Yeah.
Big Brother, it should never be a family show.
No,
it's
but
not
it is.
Show.
Big Brother US is though. That's the problem.
And they wanted Big Brother Australia to be so as well.
Yeah.
That's why there was a contract that you couldn't have sex in the house or whatever. Probably
totally ruined it. But yeah, if you could, you should just watch an old clips package of Janelle back in the day. You would be standing her. Is she just, honestly, just the way she speaks to people is just fucking hilarious.
You just reminded me that I've got to come on to the other business which we were discussing at the start of this podcast. Off air.
Oh yeah.
It's this video, and it's because we were thinking about the Yanni and Laurel.
Well remembered.
Why were we thinking about that earlier?
Because I can't remember. You put it into conversation somehow, and I was like, "What?"
You said Laurel, and I said Yanni or something. Anyway,
you said don't rest. I said don't rest on your laurels, so you said don't rest on your Yanni, and I was like, "What?"
There was another one of these, and I don't think you've seen it. So this example is it has 2 words.
Yeah.
Which we should probably tell the listeners what they are. Or maybe we shouldn't.
No, don't tell me, because I don't know. No, don't tell them. Let them decide.
When you're watching it, and when you look at the word...
They can't watch it, though.
No, but they can hear it.
Okay.
So I want to know, like, does it work if you hear it? So...
Okay.
I don't know, let's just play it, and we'll do the explanation in a minute.
Okay. You only hear the words you're reading. Oh, that's weird.
What do you hear?
Yeah, when I was reading that one, I heard that one, and when I was reading that one, I heard that one.
When you can't see it, all you hear is green needle.
Oh, really?
I've heard green needle every time.
Oh, I don't like these.
Wait, let me think about the other one, see if it works. I thought of the other one and it worked.
Yeah. So whichever one you're thinking of, you hear.
Yeah. So basically, the words are green needle or brainstorm. But before you told, when I wasn't looking at it, every time I heard green needle, but you were hearing different ones, right?
Yeah, I read green needle, I heard green needle, then I read brainstorm, and I heard brainstorm.
How do these things work?
I don't like those things. I think that's how they get into our heads. And...
Who? The man?
Yeah, little Illuminati. So that's the latest craze,
what I
is
wanted
it, that
to
the
know,
kids are doing?
No, this is a few weeks ago, actually. I think this is from...
That's how current I am.
31st of July. This is a month ago. But what I wanted to test was what the listeners could hear. But I already know, because I've done it myself, but not looking, that it's only green needle.
Green needle.
But isn't it...
But if you heard brainstorm...
But what... Yeah. What if you don't know what the words are? What happens then?
Yeah, that's true. I don't think you'd hear anything.
You wouldn't hear a sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's silent.
Yeah, not silent, but just noise. That's what I think.
Strange. But let us know, what did you hear? Tweet us at BB on Blast.
So that's it for Big Brothers this week. I thought it was quite boring till I came on. Then when we talked about it, it actually seemed more interesting.
Yeah.
I think it just needs to warm up a little bit. I just think we're only 2 weeks in. I think 3 or 4 weeks in, it's going to get quite nasty.
I will say that on the launch show, I was like, this is a terrible TV show. I literally, you were a bit pissed off at me because you came around here and I said, this is the worst version of Big Brother in the world. But
I think it's the best version in the world.
Now you've given better than UK.
Yeah, I do. Honestly, watching that season 6 with Jack said, this feels like watching the World Cup. He said it's as tense as watching the World Cup, watching who's going to win this HOH competition, because it was just two sides at odds and it mattered so much who won. He said, this is so tense, honestly.
Where's it gone
wrong? The World Cup.
The World Cup.
I know, I couldn't give two fucks about the World Cup. Exactly, it's gone wrong. It's gone wrong. I think it's gone wrong with the casting. And twists as well, I think. Because there was literally no twists back in the day.
Like,
I know, Tarrant. But it's true, because it does dilute the game. We like a pure game, like that pure, you know.
But I just thought that launch show... Sorry, pure what?
No, never mind. I was thinking of that Russian guy. I was glad that you cut me off.
Save. Yeah, I thought it was going to be really bad. I thought, like, because I didn't... Obviously, I'm not invested in the housemates, but actually, no, I know a bit of the background, and I'm seeing them sort of form their alliances.
Yeah. Oh, bless you.
Oh, it didn't come out. There it is. Excuse me. Now I'm seeing them like form alliances and settle into the game. And also, now I'm sort of forgetting what Big Brother Australia was that we just watched.
Yeah.
I'm like putting myself back in the mindset of this pace of this game, which is a bit slower.
Yeah, it's slower, yeah.
And actually, there is something to enjoy about it. So, yeah.
Oh, well, that's big of you. I think give it a couple of weeks once the sides are more entrenched. Hopefully it will be two sides going against each other. That's what I would love to see, rather than all these little split ones. But I just don't think you ever see that again. But
I just think production needs a kick up the arse on this show. I think that's what.
They do. They 100% do. But are you liking the stage with the pictures of the evictees on and the house? Have you seen that?
Picture of the evictees
like
on the
you know,
stage?
yeah, like.
What,
the
like
videos.
Memories?
No, like the
memory
video had like Kevin and Keisha's face like really big on the stage behind Julie. That looked quite good.
Didn't notice.
It looked a bit more like Big Brother Canada.
Oh, I didn't notice. But I don't like all those fonts they're using.
Oh, we know that.
I need to sort out the art department.
Oh God. Anyway, thanks for listening. Should we wrap up?
Yep.
Thanks so much for listening. Follow me on Twitter, LightUpVM.
Follow me on Twitter, BB_superfan.
Follow BB on Blast on Twitter and on Facebook. You can listen to our podcast on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes. If you're struggling to find it on iTunes, it is on there.
What about that other thing that Laurie listens to?
Oh,
apparently it's not
Stitcher.
there anymore.
I know. I don't know what to do about that.
Stitcher.
Never mind, Stitcher. We loved you in your time.
Been a faithful platform.
Read my book, First Aid Kit Girl. What else? Send us an email.
bbonblastpod@gmail.com.
Visit our internet page, bbonblast.com, and leave us a donation to buy some wine, because we didn't even drink any wine today. It was very sad.
We've been on spirits and mixers.
Oh yeah, don't tell him that.
Oh. It's just from the stock cupboard.
We've only had 2 drinks. I think we need to have an evening pod and get drunk.
Off our trolleys.
And watch the next eviction together. That might be quite good.
Maybe.
Have a party.
Socially
Thanks.
distance, of course.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. See you next week.
Don't forget to wear your mask.
Wash your hands. Bye.
Bye.